Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sunset High School, the site of tonight's opening week matchup between the Sandy Pioneers out of the Mount Hood Conference and the Sunset Apollos of the Metro League. I'm Ben Pahl alongside Dave Hall, and this is Oregon Sports Beat. Well, Dave, it's finally week one. You wait all summer for it. I've been here before a few times in high school. There's a lot of emotion. You're amped up. And talking with both these coaches on the sideline pregame, they think this is going to be a fantastic matchup. You can tell they're both ready to play tonight.
You know, we've been waiting for this for some time. There's lights on, fans here, teams in uniform. I was going to say grass field, but it's not exactly a grass field, but this will do. It's football season.
Serving as
Everybody
captains
knows
for
it.
the Apollos
Sunset
tonight, number
Apollos
57,
6-5.
Eli
I'm sorry,
Hoffman.
Sandy Pioneers
55,
6-5
Alex Essick.
last year in the Mount Hood Conference. Made the playoffs.
Number 12,
won an
Felipe
opening round playoff
Ponzarena
game
Sukari,
against
and
McMinnville.
number 7,
The
Logan
Sunset
Firstweiler.
Apollos, they went 3-7 last year, made the playoffs, and lost in the opening round.
And if you look at Sunset, they had to go through some tough teams, and that's why, you know, they play in the Metro League, had a tough one against Jesuit. They also had some games that they were really in last season. But they think that they can get out to a good start tonight. They know in the trenches it's going to be tough, though. This should be a great matchup up front on the line of scrimmage. The Sunset Apollos are returning 3 defensive linemen who were all Metro League either first or second team from last season, whereas Sandy is returning a lot of guys on the offensive line. A loss for Sandy, though, I will point out, Olamua, their star halfback from a season ago, racked up a lot of yards. He's now playing at College of the Redwoods in California, but that is a loss for them. However, they're confident in these backs they've got this year in Caden McMahon and James Richards. First of all, James Richards, a tremendous receiver as well. He had some really big games catching the ball last year, now looking to step into more of a running back role as well. But let's talk a little bit about Caden McMahon,
The
first team
Apollos win the
linebacker
toss
last
and
season.
elected
He's He had great things to say about this team going into this year.
I was watching, trying to see who won the toss. Whoever won it deferred, so we're going to line them up and see who's going to kick and who's going to receive. Apollo's in their traditional purple and white. The Sandy Pioneers are in their red, white, and black.
Sandy will receive the opening
Sandy will
kickoff.
receive.
And we've
Coach,
talked.
I'm sorry, Coach Gill did tell us that the Sandy Pioneers, they're going to be strong on defense. They led the Mount Hood Conference last year in sacks and in takeaways. So,
And they're bringing back a lot of guys from that team. So you know that Sandy, they're going to start on offense. They're going to try to get up early. They're going to be physical at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to get in the backfield. Want to credit Sunset student section, really amped up for this one. It's a great Friday night feeling here. Late summertime, early fall. Perfect night for it here.
and we want to thank both of these schools for sponsoring tonight's game. We're glad to be here. Looking forward to getting into this game. Ben's going to take it away with the kickoff right now.
Seems like, first of all, we've got to Koga theme going on in the Sunset student section. I love it. And we've got Fabian Macic listed as a tight end. Is going to boot this one away. In pregame warm-ups, we saw Daniel Thompson, a freshman receiver, doing the place-kicking duties. Set to boot this one away is Macic. Back to receive for the Sandy Pioneers, star receiver Mason Fredrickson, along with another star receiver, Grayson Fitch. And get used to hearing that name. Fitch was their leading receiver as a sophomore last season for Sandy. Well, you're talking about how there could be some week one mistakes. I just saw a Sunset player come onto the field late.
You know, early on in the season when you're trying to work things out, you see offside, you see illegal procedures, you see those kind of penalties of execution.
Macic showing the boot. This one heads to the end zone. And yeah, he picked it up, and thankfully for Fitch, a little bit deep. And so it's going to be a touchback instead of him having to take it out from his own half-yard line. And so now we're going to see junior Micaiah Turin under center. Coach Dill had nothing but positive things to say about his work in the offseason and how he's progressed. Got a lot of starting experience. Well, he was the starter last season
the
for
possession,
Sandy.
1st and 10 at their own
As a
20-yard line.
And
all right, started at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
If he was good last year, Coach Dill just said, well, look at the growth that he's had. Third down and a yard. Sandy has the type of offense set to pick this one up.
On the tackle. Third
in
down
the trenches,
and one
both
for Sandy
Sunset
from the
returning
29-yard line.
all-league D linemen. It's going to be tough just to get a yard in those third and short situations. Turin works out of the gun, fakes the handoff, looks to take a shot, floats one deep down the sideline, underthrown. That's going to be pass interference, and the flags do come out. Drawing that is Hudson Pearson. In coverage that time for Sunset was Blake Allen, and that's a great play. And you know, that's one of those times, Dave, where I'm not saying it was intentional, but it being underthrown, you're in a tough spot if you're a DB right there.
Well, the situation, it was underthrown. Pearson came back to the ball. The defender saw he was going to get back to it.
And had to interfere with him rather than let him catch the ball.
Drug him down.
But that's a heck of a route by Pearson. By the way, Hudson Pearson, he had some.
15-yard penalty will be assessed.
And do we have a, okay, so yeah, 15-yard penalty pass interference. Pearson was another big receiver last year, big contributor. And they feel, Coach Dill does, this passing offense has really evolved in that with bringing back some guys who caught passes last year. Sandy is not afraid to air it out like they did on 3rd and a yard a minute ago. Now empty backfield for Turin. Turin takes the snap, fires one to the side. That is complete to McMahon. McMahon makes a man miss, now running outside the numbers, hit at the 40, out to the 37-yard line of the Apollos. And Sandy, the visitors are driving. There's a flag down in the backfield. Coach Dill had his palms to the sky. He's not happy. This one's probably coming back.
We got a flag down on the play.
21-yard pickup before the penalty.
Even if this does not stand, I like what I'm seeing for Sandy's offense right now. Turin getting the ball out of his hands quickly.
Against Sandy.
And this is, in fact, a hold, so it's hence the disappointed look on the face of Coach Josh Dill, but this is going to move them back, so it'll be 1st and 20, and a tough one there for the Pioneers.
Here's the situation. Sandy, counting penalties, has run 5 plays. They've never had the
10-yard
same
penalty
set
assessed will move the
on
ball
any
back
one of
to
them.
the
They run in
Sandy
the pistol,
34-yard line.
they ran in
First
the
down and
shotgun,
20
they had
for
a
Sandy
spread,
from
they
the
had
34.
a power wing. They're really changing it up.
That's why you're here, Dave. You noticed the things that I didn't even realize.
Now they're in a traditional spread.
And that makes it tougher on a defense. When you don't know what's coming, get it out quickly, low throw, and that's dropped. Well, I mean, it was a low throw, and he just lets it hit the turf. Wouldn't have been a gain anyways. But how does that change things if you're a defensive coordinator, Dave? If we haven't even seen the same set twice.
For Sandy
Well, those defensive players have
line.
keys, and they key on somebody to judge what the formation is to where they're going to be. And so far, Sunset's done a pretty good job of that, except for the pass interference play. But as you can see, now they switch. The formation is different this time. 3 receivers to the right.
10:30 left to play, first quarter, first drive of the game. 5 receivers set, empty backfield for Turin. 2nd and 20. Lot of pressure in his face. Turin lofts off his back foot. He's got a man in stride. It's complete. Grayson Fitch. We got a house call here in Sunset. Grayson Fitch all the way on a long pass from Micaiah Turin, who was hit as he threw the football. Touchdown, Sandy.
Sandy touchdown.
All right, who was that on the catch?
That was Grayson Fitch, their star receiver from last season, and he picked up right where he left off.
66 yards on the pass completion.
Oh, what a start from the visitors. And Coach Dill told us that, yeah, we kick extra points, and they're going to have Grant Messenger as their place kicker. The holder is number 12, Jonas
Grant Messenger on to attempt the extra point for Sandy.
Junior. So 6-0 Sandy.
Jonas Knott to hold.
Messenger on for the PAT. 10:20 left to play first quarter. Snap's pretty good. Kick is up. And it's good. Plenty of leg on it. It snuck through, so Messenger's PAT is good. Tell us about that drive, Dave.
You know, there was nothing complicated, nothing fancy on that. It was a straight go route. Receiver took off at the line of scrimmage and ran by everybody.
And what impressed me most right there from Micaiah Turin, you know you're going to get hit as you unload that football. So he said, this is going to hurt. I know my guy's down there, so talk about knowing the playbook. And when you bring kind of a house blitz like that, they bring a lot of pressure. You got to be ready for that if they adjust to the pressure and throw the go route, and you can just tell how much these guys have been working to have that chemistry.
The other thing about that throw was not a bullet throw. He lobbed that over the top of everybody. When it came down, it was right over the receiver's shoulder. Picked it up, didn't even break stride.
Hit him in stride. It was a beautiful throw by Turin.
And
you know, Fitch,
for Sandy.
He eats those for breakfast. He ran the route perfectly, makes no doubt about making the catch, and did the rest himself, showing off a little bit of wheels. So he picks up right where he left off. Had a tremendous
number 32,
sophomore
Blake
season.
Allen, number 19, Caleb Price.
5-play drive, 80 yards
Apollos.
for the score.
Deep to return is caught it. And we got a little poocher out taken at the 20-yard line, wrapped up and brought down across the 30 on the return. That was Caleb Price.
To the Apollos, out past
So good
the
starting
30-yard
field
line.
position, fairly good starting field position for the
32.
Sunset Apollos,
First
Dave.
and 10 Apollos.
And now with the momentum, before you've even touched the
Call it
ball,
the
does it change your
33-yard
momentum
line.
at all if you're down 7-0 after seeing a bonk strike like that?
Maybe. And remember what we talked about. Sandy had the best defense in the Mount Hood Conference. Led the conference in sacks and takeaways.
See.
And that's a conference loaded with Central Catholic
and Nelson.
Number 2, Marcus
So that is
Hall
no
on to
joke.
quarterback the Apollos.
They got some strong-looking defensive linemen out there, so I can see why they were so good in getting in the backfield last year. Here's a little flicker He's going to run an end around, taken down after a
Ball's
pickup
pass
of a few.
complete.
That was
Griffin Ellingson, on the
Ellingson, a
reception.
wide receiver,
Ellingson
given 4
outpassed the 35.
on the carry. And look at Sunset going with a little bit of tempo here, Dave.
Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the
This is
38.
where you see that off-season conditioning if you're a defense. Hom in trouble, running backwards, rolling out to his right, and just steps out of bounds.
Marcus
That's a
Hall
loss
on
on
the
the
keeper.
play. I don't know if does that go down as a sack, Dave?
I
He's out of
don't.
bounds
I
at the
think he got past the
34-yard
flag.
line.
Well,
Let's see.
the initial we're talking about the initial line of scrimmage is what he got past,
Loss
but
of
he,
4 on the
so he
play.
that's a loss of 4, so I think that's a
It'll
sack.
bring up 3rd down and
So
9
right off
for
the bat,
Sunset
the
from their
Sandy
own
defense
34-yard line.
Getting in the backfield. 3rd down, and he drew him offside.
Penalty flags before the play.
Grayson Fitch got in there too early. Just made the touchdown reception. That's a good time to mention. This Sandy team, Dave, has a lot of two-way players.
Dead ball offsides, the penalty against Sandy. 5-yard penalty assessed will move the ball up to the 39-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Sunset from their own 39.
So you don't want to see too many of those if you're Sandy. It's going to happen. You're trying to get in the backfield, but now it's 3rd and much more manageable. They almost jumped again, Dave. They did.
Penalty
And this
before the
time
play.
making contact with the offensive lineman was Cody Renard. And so that's 10 free yards for Sunset, Dave.
Dead ball offside.
Coach
the
Dill
penalty
cannot be a
against
happy
Sandy.
camper right now.
5-yard penalty assessed.
You
will
know,
move the
you
ball
spend
out
the
to
summer
44.
practicing. you
1st and
practice
10
as
Apollos
units.
from their own
Then all of a
34-yard
sudden, just
line.
near the end, they throw everybody together as a team. You got to all be sure you're on the same page.
So Sunset, let's see if they can work the momentum. Hom comes back to Ellingson, little bubble screen, trying to get to the outside, hit and wrapped
Hall's
up
pass complete.
at the line of scrimmage.
Number 4,
This Sandy
Griffin
defense,
Ellingson on
the only
reception.
time Sunset's really gone
It's back
forward
near
is
the
in
line of
offsides
scrimmage.
penalties.
That's a
Number
completed
20,
pass
Tegan
for
turning
a
to tackle.
for a
No gain on the play.
No
2nd
gain.
down and 10 from the 44-yard line.
9:17 left to play. First quarter, 7-0 Pioneers here at Sunset High School. Marcus Hom out of the gun. Hom drops back to throw. He's well protected. Now he runs out of time. He escapes the pocket. He's mobile. Flag down for a hold in the backfield. He's sacked anyways for a loss of a
Hom
yard.
keeps it
Now do
back
they
near the line of
accept the
scrimmage.
penalty or not is the only
Penalty
question.
flags on the
absolutely
play.
accept that penalty.
I'm with you there, Dave, and wish I could see, couldn't quite see who got to him. I think, don't quote me, that might have been Caden McMahon, the star linebacker, bringing him down. But right away, you got to love the energies that Sandy's playing with on defense.
Both teams, 3 penalties, 20
Holding
yards.
the indication against the Apollos.
Wow, let's back that up. That's holding on the Apollos.
10-yard penalty
So they
assessed.
are, as
Move
you
the ball
said,
back
Dave,
to
going
the
to accept this
34-yard
penalty.
line. It'll be
And so
2nd
now
down and
It's
20
second
from the
down
34.
and a long ways. And if you're against a Sandy defense that likes to get in the backfield so much, I think if you're Sunset here, maybe try to run something, get them out of your hands quickly, and they do. On cue, caught it. Moving upfield, caught it to the 40, but he's brought
Ball's
down
pass
there.
complete.
Pickup
Number
of
5,
about
Joel caught it
6.5
on the
on the
reception out to
play,
the
and it's going to set up
41-yard
3rd
line.
down and long.
Pickup of 7. It'll be 3rd
Late
down
arriving
and
Sunset
13
students just realizing
from the
their team is
41.
down 7-0. Thanks to a Turin to Grayson Fitch strike on the first drive. 3rd down, 14 yards to go. They have to get to the Sandy 46-yard line to make the line to gain. Hom drops back. Hom in trouble. Floats one right side. Good DB coverage, and it's knocked away by Hudson Pearson.
11 Keegan Punt
You know,
the receiver.
You got a lot of guts if you're going to throw into double coverage like that, because he was double covered really close.
And you can see Pearson,
Mason
he kept it
Frederickson on the
clean, but
coverage.
couldn't help showing a little emotion
Incomplete
there. He
pass
made a
brings
great
up a
play,
4th down
and right now
13 from
Sandy's
the
firing on all
41-yard line.
cylinders.
Number 2, Marcus Hall in punt formation.
And Hom, he's the quarterback. He's also the 4th down quarterback. He's out there to punt.
We do have instant replay tonight.
Yeah.
We'll start using that here in just a minute.
Noticed that. It's incredible that we have that now, the Oregon Sports Beat.
Grayson Fitch set to
Snap,
receive.
high snap.
And a not great punt. That's what we'd call a shank. Takes a sunset hop to the 3-yard line of Sandy, so not a good punt. And right now, these visitors got to be feeling good.
16-yard punt. Sandy will take over first and 10 from their own 43.
And it probably would have only been 5 had it not taken a bit of a roll.
Right.
Off the side of his foot.
All right, let's see what Sandy, they showed a lot of formations in their first drive, worked the ball around, got a couple of running backs with touches, got Pearson with a 66-yard reception. Let's see what they do. They're going to go split wide, left and right,
Sandy
slot
from their own
right
43.
and left.
McMahon out of the Wildcat. McMahon running over the left side, outside the hash marks, breaks a tackle. Now he turns the corner, fighting through tacklers at midfield, still pushing the pile. Great run by Caden McMahon. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. He got 8 yards after contact.
Coach Hill said he might be the toughest guy on the team. He's the outstanding linebacker. First team All-Mount Hood Conference last year.
And already with a huge burden on him at linebacker, now taking over a lot of the halfback duties along with James Richards. He's just a crucial point of their team. And we got whistles, clock rolling. Shout out to Jamie Sweatman, just tuned into the broadcast. Thanks for listening, Jamie. Good friend of mine. Out of the Wildcat, McMahon gives this off to Richards. Richards running outside the hash marks, takes a big hit up at the 40-yard line and gets down to the Sunset 39. Check that, that's Mason Fredrickson. Mason Fredrickson on the carry for Sandy, and he's got another Pioneer first down.
That's a wide receiver on that.
First and 10 for Sandy from the Apollo 39.
Look at him taking the contact. That's a pretty big hit delivered there by Logan Firschweiler, tight end and linebacker. And going right to the contact is the 5'11" Fredrickson. First and 10. Pardon me, Dave?
Take a look. Sandy's defensive back, the defensive backs for Sunset are up at the line of scrimmage.
McMahon's got a first down inside the 30-yard line. He went right up the gut. And right now, this Sunset defense on their heels, Dave.
Down to the 28-yard line, 11-yard pickup. Good for a Sandy first down.
I think the Apollos were anticipating the run because they've been moving the defensive backs up closer to the line of scrimmage. You can see there now. They have one free safety who's back there in the middle. Those outside receivers could be open.
And we do see Micaiah Turin.
First and 10
They've
for
been going out of the Wildcat for the most part.
line.
He threw a touchdown pass in the last drive. He's again going empty set here. 5 receivers out there, 2 in the slot. Turin, well protected, very well protected. Takes a shot, looking for Fitch in the corner of the end zone. What a catch! Grayson Fitch! Touchdown, Sandy! Oh my goodness! This kid's a ball player.
28-yard touchdown pass completion for Sandy.
He juggled it, kept his composure, and what a throw and catch. Turin has 2 touchdowns to Grayson Fitch in the first quarter.
Okay.
Number 56, Grant Messenger, on to attempt the point after. Jonas not to hold.
Messenger on for another PAT. I got to settle down a little, Dave. PAT, it was a botched snap and hold. That's why Messenger couldn't get it down. Not his fault.
6 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the first
I'll
period.
catch my breath here and settle down a little bit, but
13,
I think that some of these Sunset fans are a little bit shocked right now. You look at their faces; they're kind of turning to each other with their palms in the air. You're playing that, you're a city team playing a team from out of town. You don't know a lot about them. You expect to win, and you get punched in the mouth in your own field in the first quarter.
That was unfortunate because Sunset was playing for the run that time. Opened themselves up to the outside. Fitch got by. Right now, as we stand, Turin is 2 for 3 for 94 yards. Fitch is 2 receptions for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, I'll tell you what, my fantasy drafts next week, I'm going to have to pick up Grayson Fitch.
There you go.
6:18 left to play in the first quarter. Just talked about Sunset being punched in the mouth, but a lot of time left to play for these Apollos. You've got to weather the storm. You've got to settle down, because they haven't had a lot of positive plays so far. I'm just being honest.
Number 70, Camden Lubert on to kickoff.
To kickoff for the
Blake Allen and
Pioneers.
Caleb Price set to return for the Apollos.
Camden Lubert
Boy, is he a big kid, too.
boots this one away. And This one is bobbled. Can they get back on it? He
Way
does.
down, falls on the
Disaster averted for
The
Sunset. They have to
11-yard
start at
line.
the
The
10.
Apollos will take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go on the replay. Watch this. Back, gets his hands up, ball goes right through his hands.
And I was never a kick returner for obvious reasons, Dave. But they try to not. You usually don't want to be going backwards while you're trying to catch it.
Yep.
First game of the season. And you expect it to come deeper. That's one of the tough things about high school kicks. You never really know where it's going to be put. It can change a lot week to week. Halm in the second possession. Gives it off to Ellingson. No, Halm keeps it himself. Spins away from a tackle. Halm's got a first down and more. Halm down the sideline. 40, 50. He's got daylight in front of him. Angle being cut off. Halm cuts it back. 15. Wrestled down at the Sandy 12.
Halm carries into
Marcus
Sandy
Halm taking
territory
matters into his own
inside
hands.
the
80 yards.
15-yard line.
And that
all
was
the
a
way to
poor
the
tackle
12.
on the part of the Pioneers. They spun the quarterback around and set him free.
Almost like catapulted him into his stride.
77.
Not to take
Yard
credit away
one
from
for
Halm
Halm.
because he's a big, strong quarterback, but
Let's watch this here.
Hudson Pearson tracked him down.
Sandy's got to make that tackle at the line of scrimmage, and they know that. They do this time, and that is, boy, doing
Number
it all.
22, Sully Anderson on the carry for the Apollos.
Is Grayson Fitch. He is stout on the corner right there at that DB
Anderson
position,
brought
throwing
down at
him
the
down
12-yard line.
at the 12. So
It'll
he's
be
doing a little bit of
second
everything.
down.
You can tell a little bit of anger from that last play from Grayson Fitch. He was not messing around
About
there.
10 from the
halfback.
12-yard line.
Caught it is the halfback. Halm looks to throw. Halm well protected. Slant route that's complete. Inside the 10. Turning up field Ellison. Touchdown Apollos! And Sunset answers in 3 plays.
Runs 12
They're right
yards
back in
for
this
an
game.
Apollo touchdown. Touchdown Apollos touchdown.
We got a lot of
Ellingson.
fireworks so far in this one. You see, it's a play where they work towards the middle, and then it makes a nice little cut, because if he goes inside there, he's going to be brought down at about the 5. Just seeing the instant replay right here. Look, Ellison goes in, and then does a little zigzag outside. Good
Fabian
block on the
Machiko
end
to
right
attempt
there
the point
from
after.
Caught the halfback.
Halm will hold.
Fabian Machik on to attempt the point after. Keegan Putney running on to the end position for this extra point. Extra point is up, looks good from here, and it is good. Good kick from Machik, and there gives the Sunset student section something to cheer about. So the Apollos strike back, and they needed it. Let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit more about that play from Halm, Dave, where you said that they spun him around. They had him for a loss of a yard.
You know, one thing that a lot of coaches like in wide receivers, can my wide receiver block for another wide receiver? And that time Ellingson got a great block down around the 5-yard line. One of the running backs picked off the defender, and Ellingson just stepped into the end
caught
zone.
it, because if he doesn't soak that block, he's down at the 3 or 2, and who knows what happens after that. Caught it.
Exactly.
Great physical play.
Exactly.
Joel caught it. He's a junior halfback, just 5'7", so not a huge guy, but getting his physicality and doing his part there and helping out with the touchdown, allowing Ellingson to finish off that play. So Griffin Ellingson, he's been getting involved so far.
Give you a quarterback comparison. Turin is 2 for 3 for 94 yards. Halm is 3 for 4 for 19 yards. 2 touchdown passes for Turin, 1 for Halm.
So Machik boots this one away. It's a good high deep kick. Fitch takes it at the 5. Let's see what he can do on the return. Fitch finds a little bit of space, takes a pretty big pop out at the 29-yard line. Loves to see the kicker. Machik making the tackle. Giving he's a tight end.
Take over first down and 10.
Something I've seen from both teams so far, they both have speed.
They certainly do, and you know, in a game right now where both these teams are good up front, you won't know what you're going to get. There are some really talented skill position players, especially at wide receiver so far.
Halm that time went all that on that 80-yard, 77-yard run, ran by the defenders, the cornerbacks.
First down and 10 for Sandy from their own 28-yard line. Halm, empty backfield, he's out of the gun. Looking to make it 3 for 3 on touchdown drives for Sandy. Shoots one to McMahon to the outside, makes a catch, loses the football. Guess who's right there to scoop it up?
Complete.
It's Richards, James Richards, the other halfback. And he saved them there.
Number 26, James Richards.
It's a first down, so McMahon on the first down reception.
Gain is good out to the 40-yard line.
Sandy dodges a bullet.
1st and 10, Sandy at the 40. Blake Allen made the tackle for the Apollos. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for Sandy.
First down and 10.
106-yard passing now for Turin.
And we're only in the first quarter. Works empty backfield again. We've seen this a lot. Deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Turin's pass batted down at the line of scrimmage.
And getting his hands on that
one. 53, Henry Pearson there to knock it down. Second down and 10 for Sandy from their own 40.
Senior.
So much for the power wing we talked about. Now it's just a spread offense. 3 receivers on one side, next play 3 receivers on the other side.
It's almost like they just wanted to confuse us, Dave. Running that wing on the first play, and I don't think since then.
It's okay if they don't confuse themselves.
Exactly, and they haven't so far.
Nope.
They've scored on both drives. 2nd and 10 here. Again, empty backfield. Again, gets it out quickly. And again, it's Grayson Fitch.
Turin pass
little
complete.
chunk of change. Give him 5 on the reception.
Number 1, Grayson Fitch on the reception out to the 46-yard line.
Sunset Apollo's got to get their 3rd down chainsaw
That's
going.
a pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Number 8, Christian Thomas made the tackle. 3rd down and 4 for Sandy from the 46.
3rd down and 4 for the Sandy Pioneers from their own 46-yard line. They're up 13-7, 4 minutes to play, first quarter. They motion Fredrickson. They give to Fredrickson. Can Fredrickson get around the corner? He dives near the line of scrimmage. Sunset fans wanted a hold, not going to get it. He's out to the 49-yard line of the Apollos. So Fredrickson, knowing where the sticks are, putting his head down and picking up the first down for his team. Mason Fredrickson with a big impact early on.
1st and 10 from the
You're
49-yard
an
line
Oregon
of the
State
Apollos.
grad, and you've watched them play. You know what the jet sweep is.
Oh.
There's your classic example of it.
I live for the jet sweep, Dave, being a Beaver.
With Everson Bernard running that and
James Rogers.
Rogers.
It's a beautiful play. Even ran it with Brandon Cooks a little bit. Out of the gun. 1st and 10. Screen pass left side. Making a catch is Hudson Pearson. Hudson Pearson turns upfield.
Number 3, Hudson Pearson on the reception down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 5.
On both ends.
He's 2nd down and
Of
5
the ball
from the
right
44.
now. Going to bring up 2nd and 5, and these little chunk plays right now for Sandy kind of wear down the defense a little bit.
Apollos.
One drive from Sunset took 3 plays, really good, but overall Sandy has mostly been in control of this first quarter.
Turin is 5 of 7 for 144 yards.
2:45 on the clock, first quarter. 2nd down and 5. Little bit of an early start from Fredrickson. Nothing called. Quick slant route complete. 2 once again. Hudson Pearson.
Number 3, Hudson
out
Pearson.
near the sticks.
We should look at that again. I'm not sure that's a
Brought down by
busted
number
play
4, Griffin
or
Ellingson.
that was a designed
Pearson down
play.
to the 40-yard line.
When Turin turned around, there was nobody there.
Oh, and pardon me, that was a design motion
Sunset
play, so it was not a
40-yard
false
line.
start. My apologies to Fredrickson. And this is going to bring up 3rd down and a half yard. Why not go with the Wildcat formation? Richards back there by himself. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take this Jack Coletto style left side, finds a hole. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage by guess who? Ellingson. Doing it all for the Apollos right now. And I'll tell you what, this is not a punting
Griffin
situation.
Ellingson there to make the tackle. Back at the 41.
Tried to bounce it outside.
It'll be
What an
4th
ankle
down
tackle.
and a long 2 for Sandy from the Apollo 41-yard line.
Big play. They're going to go for it on 4th down. I would.
Yeah, this is not an area with such a short distance where you punt the football. Is that Hom back there? It is Hom. Empty backfield. Looks right. Gets it out of his hands. Quickly to the sticks to Fitch. It's a first down hit inside the 35-yard line. Rumbling, bumbling down to the 34-yard line of Sunset. There's old reliable Grayson Fitch with his 3rd
Gain of
reception
7,
of the day.
good for a Sandy first down.
So first down on the play.
First down and 10 for the Pioneers from the Sunset Apollos 34-yard line. Minute left to play, first quarter. Sandy putting together a nice drive, and they just had a big 4th and 2 conversion. Fitch from Turin again. I called him Paul last time, pardon me, Turin. Turin out of the gun. Turin looks to throw. Pump fakes, now he's going to step up and take off himself. Takes the hit. Coach doesn't like to see that.
Turn on the keeper.
But he does pick up a nice chunk of change inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That's a tough quarterback right there.
7 yards on the carry that time for
Turin.
For Turin.
I made that mistake a minute ago. Pardon me.
Turin, 27-yard
not
line.
afraid to take the contact.
Three from the
probably
27.
got an extra 2.5 yards than if he would have slid.
A delayed quarterback draw that time gets 7.
And I don't think Sandy has any intentions of snapping this football here.
No, they're going to let it run out, change fields.
And I don't know if the referees have noticed yet. There's no time. And right as they're snapping it, they finally realize.
The clock had ran out about 3 seconds.
And we got an awful flop right there. I have to point this out. From Turin right there.
Can we look at that
I
again?
hope they show a replay of that.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's take a look right here.
Whistle blown.
Into the first quarter of play.
All right,
After
great.
one tonight,
Great
Sunset
move
High
that
School.
time.
I don't think
Sandy
he's going to
13,
get an
your
Oscar.
Sunset Apollo
Luckily
7.
for him, he's a pretty darn good football player. Because let's go over some of the stats from Turin
He said,
in that first
"Wait a
half.
minute, I got hit. I'll go down. Whistle blew. It's a late hit.
This made this quarter even better. We saw a first quarter with a lot of fireworks, Dave. I'll have you talk us through it.
All right, the big part of the first quarter is the 2 touchdown passes from Turin to Fitch, 166 yards, 128 yards. Turin goes 7 of 9 for 100 and
100-something, rather.
144 yards.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Not a bad first quarter for Ham. He's 3 of 4 for 20 yards and a touchdown.
But his run, his legs are what's made the difference so far with that 180-yard run.
The thing that's really stood out to me in the first quarter, 2 things. One, the play calling of the offensive coordinator for Sandy, and number 2, executing it by Turin.
So we've switched fields. Second down and short for the Pioneers.
To open the second quarter, the 27-yard line.
Either McMahon or Richards is right behind him, and they do give it to McMahon. McMahon has a first down. McMahon running outside the numbers, bouncing it to the 20-yard line. So McMahon with another first down run. This is a tough kid. Again, first team all-league linebacker last season.
Actually, he was first team. They created one of those all-purpose players, and he was the first team all-purpose player.
There we go.
And so he got it for both offense and defense, but many people think he was the toughest kid in the Mount Hood Conference.
He very well might have been and might still be. He's had a great game so far. First and 10, Sandy from the Sunset 20. Here he is, stretch play, bounces outside the numbers, down the sideline, out close to the sticks. Caden McMahon picks up 9. Give him 7. Gets to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up.
7-yard pickup.
McMahon has now carried 5 times, 30 yards.
So that's averaging 6 yards a carry if I can still do a little bit of math.
By the way, nobody has official before my title as the stat guy. I'm not the official stat guy, so my stats are unofficial, but I'm doing the best I can.
Don't come yelling at Dave Hall.
Right, don't.
We might make a mistake. Out of the gun, Hall motions Fredrickson behind him, gives it to Fredrickson, left side, hit behind the line of scrimmage, keeps the legs churning, and
number 13, Mason Fredrickson on the carry.
Taking a 4-yard loss, so give credit to Fredrickson there, but it is a good play that's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Griffin Ellingson made a tackle.
Fredrickson, 3 carries, 20 yards.
No gain on the play. Be 3rd down and 2
They've
from
given
the
it
12-yard
to
line.
jet sweep type fashions every time that Fredrickson has had the ball in his hands.
You know, Packers invented that play, you know, and they used to just call it the sweep play. I always like the term the fly sweep or the jet sweep.
As a Beaver, I like the term fly sweep. James Rogers to win the 2007 Civil War. Double overtime, one of the most legendary football plays. I'm a little bit biased in that assessment, though. 3rd down and 2 for the Sandy Pioneers, and officials haven't officially spotted the football yet.
You know who I hope looks like the Sandy Pioneers tomorrow?
The Oregon State Beavers?
The Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes, no. And we're right on the same page there, Dave. Buckeyes take on Texas.
I'm an Ohio-born person, so I'm very one-sided toward the Buckeyes. Hope they look this good tomorrow, but I give credit to Sandy.
Ball's moved
They're
inside the
pretty good,
10-yard line. Looks like it'll be 1st
Sunset
and goal
didn't
for
let this game
Sandy.
get away from them. It came right back
At the
with the
Apollo
score
7-yard
after that
line.
second score. Right back in the game, trying to hold now down at the goal line.
3rd down and no, pardon me. After that last play, it's a 1st down for Sandy. 1st and goal, Pioneers. Turin fakes, scrambling. Is he going to be taken down? He fires this one away. He had a
Turns
receiver in the
pass
area that was fit, so
incomplete.
they dodge a bullet
Alex
there.
Essick applied the
Alex
pressure.
Essick bringing the pressure.
Let's see that
Grayson
again on the
Fish, the
replay.
intended
I'm not
receiver,
sure
on the
whether
second down and goal
he
from the 7-yard line.
missed that or if he was getting rid of it. I think he was getting rid of it, don't you?
He was definitely getting rid of that, and it was a wise play to know that he had an intended receiver in the area.
By the way, I want to thank our instant replay people. They're doing a great job.
Shout out Tim and Alba. They're doing phenomenal. It's awesome we have this now. 9 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 13-7. Motion from Fredrickson. They give to Fredrickson. Breaks a tackle. Fredrickson up the middle. Touchdown, Pioneers.
Number 13, Mason Fredrickson.
What a run from Mason
runs
Fredrickson.
7
who had to
yards
break
for a
tackle at
Sandy
the line of
touchdown.
scrimmage. And it's now 20-7, Sandy Pioneers.
19-7, right?
19-7, check that. That's why I need someone else here. And he took a big hit as he spun into the end zone,
He did.
but did not seem to be too bothered by it. Got up, pumped up with excitement, and how could he not be? And because of the failed PAT attempt last time, they're going to keep the offense out there.
Oh, okay.
Sandy will attempt the two-point
Two-point
conversion.
attempt, Wildcat for McMahon.
Maybe go back to the same play.
McMahon right up the middle, a little bit of Jack Coletto-esque.
Number 25, Caden McMahon.
Caden
runs
Coletto,
2
just
yards
kidding,
to
Caden
convert
McMahon goes
the
right up the
two-point
middle for the
conversion.
two-point conversion.
With 9 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the
And
half.
love to see the
Score
Pioneers.
Sandy 21,
Pioneer
Sunset
offensive
7.
lineman pumped up a little bit there in the end zone. Tell them, hey guys, we're rolling here. And they are. They've scored on all 3 drives. 3 for 3. It's 21-7.
Fredrickson, 4 carries, 25 yards and a touchdown. I mentioned McMahon, 5 carries, 30 yards. All told, let's see, 67 yards rushing. That's to go with the 144 yards passing. Sandy over 200 yards total offense.
And if you're Sunset right now, Coach Merrick, you just got to be pulling your hair out thinking, how can we stop this Sandy offense? There are so many looks they can give.
Number 70,
They can
Camden
do a jet
Luber
sweep.
on a
They can do a
kickoff.
little HB dive. They can stretch it out wide. They can do a screen pass. They can throw it down the field. What can they not do right now?
You know, the best
Late
way to
down,
keep the other
Caleb
team from
Price set to
scoring,
return for the Apollos.
Score yourself or keep
Keep
their
the
mouth
ball.
yeah, keep the ball. Long drives.
long drives.
Long drives to not only finish in the end zone, but give your defense 10 minutes of rest.
Yes.
Booting this one away is Lubert. Long driving kick. This is a touchback.
Lubert's kick into
Yep,
the end
that goes
zone.
out the back of the end zone.
The
Over the
Apollos
head
will
of
start
Blake
this
Allen.
drive 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Lights are on here at Sunset.
And another
Penalty
flag.
flags.
If it's on Sunset, this would not be ideal for them after to start their drive with bad field position.
I don't want to jinx anybody, No turnovers so far for either team.
That is true. The Pioneers have looked like a well-oiled machine on offense so far. The only time they really ran into any sort of trouble whatsoever was when they faced that 4th and 2, which they converted from Turin to Finch.
Holding the indication against the Apollos on the return.
And that's something you don't want to see. You don't want to see a hold on a touchback, Dave.
That'll move us back.
So that's going to move back the Sunset Apollos, who trail 21-7.
That 10-yard penalty will be assessed and move Sunset back to the 10-yard line.
Sunset student section
First
trying
and
to
10 Apollos from their own 10.
fire their team and their squad
Let's see
up.
if we can see where that happened. Maybe right there in the middle. A tackle on one of the people.
So they do have to start back at their own 10-yard line. First down and 10 for Sunset from their own 10. Palm in the gun. Palm gives it to Caught It. Caught It, fights his way up.
Carries up the middle.
The 13, maybe the 14.
Up to the 13-yard line. Pick up a 3. Be second down and 7 from the 13-yard line.
So give him 3 on the carry. Other than that one broken tackle, long run from Marcus Hom, not a lot for this Sunset offense. Hom motions his tight end. Hom fakes the screen pass. Now he screens the other way to Ellingson. Ellingson turns it upfield.
Long's pass complete.
Hit and gets to the
Number 4,
15.
Griffin
Only a
Ellingson
pickup
on
of
the
2.
reception.
So this Sandy
Ellingson out to the
defense
15-yard line. A gain
holding
of 2,
firm,
being
Dave.
Third down and 5 from the 15 for Sunset.
Second reception for Ellingson. He's got 2 catches for 14 yards.
8 minutes left to play, first quarter. It's been all Sandy so far. They're up 21-7. Third down and 5 for the Apollos. Sandy showing a little bit of pressure with Hudson Pearson looking like he was going to, or Renard looking like he was going to go in. Slant route, Ellingson dropped it. Would have been a
Long's
first
pass
down.
incomplete, intended for Griffin Ellingson.
Sets up a punting situation for Sunset.
Grayson Fitch.
Tell you
there
what,
on the
Sandy's
coverage.
done a great job
Incomplete pass brings up a
taking the
4th
crowd
down
out of this
and
game so
5
far.
on the 15-yard line.
Hurting for energy right now.
4th and 5. Sandy will drop back around the 50-yard line.
And I don't mean to be a downer here, but their last punt,
Marcus Hom in punt
they're
formation.
going to need a better one.
14 yards.
Yeah, they're going to need a better punt here. And it is the quarterback.
That was spoken, by the way, by a high school kicker.
It was.
Grayson Fitch and James
Punting was
Richards
never my
set to
thing,
return.
I will say that. There's a reason I only place kick and didn't punt. 4th down and 5. Need a good snap here, and it's a high snap. Hom gets away a much better punt, even though he was under a ton of pressure. Richards picks it up, breaks a tackle, spins inside the 40, and
James
it will
Richards
be
on the
tremendous
return
field position for Sandy.
That punt was 40 yards in the air.
That was a much better punt than his last one. And he was under a lot of pressure, and Hom did a good job just to snag that.
He did.
Richards returns to the Apollo 37-yard line.
I'm
Be
impressed
first and
with
10
Marcus
for
Hom.
Sandy
He's been
from
tough
the
so far.
Sunset 37-yard line.
Because so far for these Sunset Apollos, not a lot's gone right for their offense. (21-7). Sandy, and they take over at the 37-yard line of Sunset. Turin, pressure off the edge, fires down the middle, dropped that
Turin's
time.
pass
He was a
incomplete.
little bit behind James Richards.
Intended for James Richards.
That's a play they
That
usually connect
incomplete
on.
pass will bring up a second
Let's-
down.
let's
and
show
10
that
for
on the
Sandy
replay.
from
I
the
wanna show
Apollo
you something.
37.
Watch the block that Turin's going to get from Pearson in the backfield. Outside edge rusher, stopped him.
And that's exactly what you need. Interview with Oregon State halfback Salahadin Allah. He said that what he's really trying to do for this year and to make it to the NFL is emphasize his pass blocking abilities, not just when he has the
Absolutely.
football.
Absolutely.
And you can see it right there, how much of a difference it makes.
If you're not going out for a pass, you better do something, and you can block an edge rusher.
2nd and 10. Pressure coming. Dumps it off in the flat. McMahon puts his foot in the ground, makes a man miss. Cuts to the outside. McMahon running free. 10-5. Touchdown, Caden McMahon. And Sandy strikes again. And I love the cartwheel that time from Big 72, Zach Bridges in celebration. I really liked his emotion out there in the touchdown celebrations.
37 yards on the pass completion for the touchdown.
Caden McMahon. What can you not do? He's having a tremendous first half.
Messenger on to attempt the point after. Jonas not to hold.
Last PAT, they couldn't get a good hold down. This hold is good, and this kick is pretty darn good.
And the extra point attempt is good.
High school kicker approves of
With
that
7
one.
minutes,
Right through
17
the uprights.
seconds remaining in the
It's
first half.
28-7.
The score,
Sandy
Sandy
leads.
28, Sunset 7.
Now, if you're Sunset, I know it sounds like a cliche question, but what do you try to go to here? You haven't had a lot of success on offense of any sort, and they're not getting enough time to send players downfield for long shot opportunities.
So Turin right now, let me give you this one. He is 8 for 12, 162 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Camden Lubert.
So Turin having
kickoff.
an absolute night. McMahon having a night. Grayson Fitch having a night. And we're only in the first half so far.
Caleb Price.
McMahon has 50 yards receiving, 30 yards rushing. He's got 80.
And he's got some tackles.
And he's got some tackles.
We talk about a ball player right there. College coaches, take note, because this guy is a really good football player. Kicking off again. And he's only a junior, by the way, is Caden McMahon. Taken deep, hit at the 20, brought down at the 19.
Price returns for Sunset.
Gang tackle down there.
You can tell this Sandy squad is well coached.
Hudson
the way they
Pearson
pursue
made
the
the
ball
tackle
and
for
kickoffs,
Sandy.
and how orderly they are in their lanes.
Price returned the ball out to the
Coach
19-yard
Dill
line.
played
Be
college
first
football
down and 10
himself
for
at
the Apollos from the
Linfield.
19.
He's coached at David Douglas. Coached at Sandy. He's been there since 2019. They look like maybe they can compete with the Central Catholics and Nelsons and Clackamas of the
Tell you what,
conference.
they're looking like they have a really good team this year. There's a handoff, trying to bounce it outside, nowhere to go. Grayson Fitch, the first guy
Sully
there.
Anderson.
He's doing everything.
And Anderson takes
Pick
the
up
ball
of
to the
just
20-yard
one.
line, gain of 1.
That was
Second
Anderson
down
on the
and
carry.
9
Sully
from the
Anderson,
20.
his first touch of the night. Sully is just a sophomore. Second down and 9 for Sunset. Palm works out of the gun. Play action fake, goes to the sideline. Ellingson makes the catch, turns on the Jets, runs upfield, takes a hit at the 40 down the sideline.
Number 4, Griffin
Out to the
Ellingson.
43-yard line, Griffin Ellingson
takes
with
the
a
ball out
much-needed
to the
reception.
43-yard
great
line.
run after the catch.
23-yard pickup. Good for an Apollo. First down.
Hom that time to Ellingson for 23 yards.
Sunset from their own 43-yard line.
Firschweiler, tight end out there in the slot. They got 4 receivers now, and they're going up tempo. Dive play, Sully Anderson swallowed up. No
Sully
gain.
Anderson back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. He's second down and 10 from the 43.
Swallowed up by the Sandy defensive line.
Ellingson has 3 receptions for 37 yards. Hom now is 7 for 9.
Rolling out across his body left side. Palm makes a throw on the run to Ellingson. Nice diving catch at the 45-yard line of the Pioneers.
Before Griffin
There's a
Ellingson on
pickup of
reception
12 and a
into
Sunset
Sandy
first down.
territory. 12-yard pickup, good for an Apollo.
So right
first
now
down.
the Sunset offense consists of
First and
Marcus Hom
first and 10 Sunset from
and
the Sandy
Ellingson.
46-yard line.
If it's working right now, keep going for it, although right now he is going to get a bit of a breather. Griffin Ellingson not on the field at the moment. And
Penalty flag
get a
before
penalty.
the play.
It's going to be a false start.
Dead ball false start. The penalty against the Apollos. That'll move the ball back into Apollo territory at the 49-yard line. Be first down and 15 from the Sunset 49-yard line.
5:48 left to go here in the first half. 28-7. Sandy leads, 1st and 15.
Hands off, nothing doing. Back to the line of scrimmage, was caught it, and now all of a sudden,
Number 5, Joel caught it up the middle for Sunset. Back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 15.
He's 2nd down and 15 from the 49. Zeke Hill made the tackle for Sandy.
28-7 Sandy. They've been having their way so far on the road. Send a man in motion. That's Thomas in motion. Christian Thomas, who's now going to go into the slot. Keegan Putney out wide for Sunset. Little speed option, read option play, and they botch it. Ball's on the ground. Caught it, jumps on it. But nothing going right for Sunset ever since that first down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
All right, that's the first one of those we've seen tonight. First option play. Quarterback goes down the line of scrimmage, reads the end, sees which way the end is going to move towards the quarterback. He pitched at that time, but Sandy had backers up and stopped the play.
They're ready for it, and based on how that one looked overall, I'd be surprised if they try that again tonight. 3rd down and 15. Tom takes the snap, looks to throw under a lot of pressure, stays in the pocket, fires downfield, and it's pulled in by Ellingson. What a catch! Double covered, and he's down to the Sandy 15.
31 yards on the pass completion. Tom to Ellingson.
Tom standing tall in the pocket. I don't know how he caught that football,
down.
Wow. Look at this.
Little screen pass out to caught it. We'll go back to this one.
Inside the 15.
That's a nice healthy pickup of 6 yards on 1st down.
Rolled down before the fumble.
Here's that play, watch.
2nd and 6.
Dropped that right in on the receiver.
Line.
And the fact that it was on the DB's head a little bit, I don't know how Ellingson, it was a great throw. I don't know how Ellingson hauled that in over 2 defenders.
Their first time out of the half.
Ellingson now has 80 yards receiving on 5 catches.
Griffin Ellingson doing it all right now for Sunset. I mean, no, Hom as well, because that was a tremendous throw. Got to give credit to the quarterback there. A lot of pressure coming around him to be able to block that out of his peripheral vision and loft a very good throw in stride downfield. We've seen some great throws tonight.
What I like that time about Hom, he stepped up in the pocket. He didn't just sit there, he stepped up into the pocket and got a great throw on the ball.
And that's where, at the high school level in particular, that means so much. If he has the presence to step up, or else knowing you're going to go down. So Sandy took a timeout there, because this is the first time other than that one touchdown drive that they've really kind of been on their heels.
Step up in the pocket like that, you look like Tom Brady.
One of my favorite NFL players of all time, by the way.
2nd and 6 for the Apollos from the Sandy 13-yard line.
Wasn't mobile, but he knew how to do that. Hom reads around. Complete inside the 5. That one is hauled in by Felipe Zuccari.
Number 12, Felipe Poncerenas Zuccari on the reception.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4.
First down and goal for
Apollos
Sunset.
from the Sandy 4-yard line.
Sully Anderson's in there at halfback. Hom looks to throw. Slant route. Ellingson makes the catch at the goal line. He's in. Touchdown Apollo.
Touchdown Apollo.
Ellingson second of the game.
Griffin Ellingson.
Griffin Ellingson putting the team on his back along with Marcus Hom right now. And the Sunset Apollos have some life.
Somebody had a talk with the team,
Ellingson.
and then the huddle on the sidelines said, look guys, this is a game, get in the game.
Waited all summer for this, and we got to lock in. So a big response. PAT up, and no good, he missed it. But Sunset is back in this. .340 left to play first half. The Apollos getting back in with a nice long drive. A long pass completion to Griffin Ellingson, who made a tremendous highlight reel catch. But now, Dave, here's the hard part. You got to stop the other team from scoring, and Sandy scored on all 4 drives.
Sandy outscored Sunset in the first quarter, 13-7. They've outscored Sunset here in the second. They've been outscored 15-6.
3:40 left to play in the first half. Sunset needs a stop on this drive. Back to return for Sandy are Fouts and Fredrickson. Line drive kick taken by Fredrickson inside the 10. Fredrickson running outside the hash marks, cuts upfield. Fredrickson has a lane. Fredrickson running free down the sideline, and they're going to get it right back. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sandy. Mason Fredrickson scooping that one up and giving the special teams coordinator nightmare.
Penalty flags after the play.
Flags after the play for celebration. Fredrickson, and look at the Sandy sideline there. Do they have some athletes or what?
Did he field that ball at the 10?
At the 7.
7.
He fielded that at the 7.
93 yards.
So how about that? Sandy wastes no time. The cheerleaders were still doing their post-score celebration, and they come right back with that haymaker.
That came, by the way, 13 seconds after the Sunset score.
The Pioneers offense or special teams cannot miss a beat tonight.
Well, we open up the season. We've had 47 points in the first half.
Dead ball penalty.
What else can you ask for?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Sandy.
Unsportsmanlike conduct celebrating on
yeah, I don't mean
to
interject my opinion. I think that's a little bit weak of the officials to give him a penalty there. I don't think Fredrickson did a whole lot. He's just celebrating. He's excited. I don't think that should warrant a flag, but
we might differ on that.
We might. There's a difference, but it's going to be 34-13. Messenger on to attempt the PAT. He's 2 of 3 tonight. He's now 3 of 4. That was a college-level looking kick right there. Great kick from Messenger.
With 3 minutes,
Pokey
27
Allen
seconds.
used to be the head coach of the Portland State Vikings. Portland fans will remember him because he was a beloved coach. But he always would say to the players, when you get to the end zone,
act like you've been there before.
Act like you've been there before.
Yeah, you know, and some guys do. Some guys have been there a million times, but act like they never. It's their first time every time. And you know, everyone's got their own personality, their own style. I will say for Fredrickson, though, I think he's excited. Hard to not be. That is a phenomenal play. He is a fantastic athlete. And what a kick return. 93 yards. Sunset throws a punch. And Sandy comes right back over the top with a right hook. 35-13.
Fredrickson has 4 rushing carries for 25 yards and now a 93-yard kickoff return.
Lubert on to kick off.
Nobody's deep for Sunset. Oh, well, never mind.
Blake Allen and Caleb
because of the penalty.
Return.
So Sunset should try and use this as an opportunity to utilize good field position, get it off the kick here.
Got plenty of time, 3:27.
But we do know that he's got a good leg. Does their kicker, Lubert. He puts this one to the 20, about what you'd expect. And look at that Sandy kickoff coverage. They do allow a bounce outside.
19, Caleb Price returns for Sunset.
The 40-yard line for the Apollos.
The 22-yard line out near the 45, a 23-yard return. First and 10 Apollos at their own 45.
3:20 left to play.
Need a methodical drive.
Yes, you do not want to let the Sandy Pioneers touch this football again before the half expires, Dave.
Well, the last time it was Hom to Ellickson for a big portion of the drive. Let's see what happens this time.
So Sunset will start with great field position. First and 10 from their own 45. Met immediately.
Joel
is
caught it on the carry up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line of
Be
scrimmage.
second down and 10 from the 45.
LB laid the lumber that time.
Caught it now has 3 carries for 3 yards.
So caught it. Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of help from his offensive line.
Nope.
2:55 left to play, first quarter. Out of the gun is Hom. Fakes to caught it. Play action. Flag flies. Caught it. Hom in trouble. Look at his mobility. Now throws across his body to Ellingson downfield. Makes a catch at the Sandy 35. Bounces it outside. Breaks the tackle out of bounds.
Complete.
The 25. We got a flag down early in the
Sandy
play.
territory. Penalty flags on the play.
Where the flag, I hate to say it if you're Sunset, but if it's in the vicinity of where I think it would be on the offense, but I cannot say that for sure. And it is. They're telling him, come on back, guys.
I thought he put his hand on the top of his hat. If he did, that's ineligible
Yes.
receiver downfield.
Yes. And you know, the longer a play takes to
27-yard
develop,
pass
the
completion
more
before the
likely
penalty.
a big man is going to get downfield more than 3 yards.
Illegal procedure, the indication against
Linemen
Sunset.
count, and then when they, they count how many seconds it's been, and then they release. But this one's a legal
5-yard penalty
procedure.
assessed will move the ball back to the 40-yard
instead of a big
line. It'll be
play,
second down and 15
It's going to make it second
from
and
the
15.
Apollo 40-yard line.
Nullifies a big gain that time. I like the way Hom stepped up, though, that time.
And we got a towel. It's a receiver's towel on the field. Referee's telling him you can't just leave it right there.
It was actually a Band-Aid he had around his arm, and he took it off.
2:19 left to play, first half. Into the flat and dropped.
That's a
pass
forward
incomplete.
pass.
It was a forward pass. Renard,
Keegan
pardon me,
Burley.
not Renard. Keegan Burley got back
Intended
on it, but he
receiver.
dropped it.
That incomplete pass will bring up a
Brings up
third down and 15 from the 40-yard line.
You got to watch that because if the running back doesn't get forward of the quarterback, it's a lateral and it's a live ball. But he was forward that time.
Third down and 15 for the Sunset Apollos from their own 40-yard line. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to play here in the first half. They're in a hole. Hom's screen pass, trying to swing it out of the
Mom's
flat.
pass incomplete.
Caught it.
Intended for Joel, caught it.
Would not have had anywhere to go, even if
Incomplete
he
pass
had
bring up a fourth down.
caught it. No pun intended.
And 15
But
from
it's
the
going to bring
40-yard
up.
line.
It's going to bring up fourth and 15.
It was incomplete. It's fourth down.
And so Sunset going to have to put their punting unit out there. And this is danger territory.
That means Hom will be doing the
Marcus Hom in
punting.
punt
Got a good
formation.
one off last
He
time.
did. He's hit or miss so far. Had a great catch on a high snap last time he was out there.
Grayson Fitch and James Richards set to return for Sandy.
Good snap this time. Pretty good punt, too. It's going to be fielded by Richard. Richards breaks a tackle, goes up the hash marks to
Richards
the 45-yard
returns for
line
Sandy.
of Sandy.
Hom, a
Up
great
to the
job that time to get
45-yard
that
line.
punt away.
Sandy will take over first down and 10 from their own 45.
There was quite a bit of pressure coming. Real quick before Sandy's offense gets out here, I want to mention Georgia Tech and Colorado are tied at 20. 7 minutes left to play in that one. Auburn leads Baylor 31-24. 12 minutes left in that game. So some good games going on right now in the college football world. Minute 59 left to play in the first half. First down and 10 for Sandy from their own 45-yard line after the Sunset punt. Hom gives it to McMahon. McMahon squeezes his way to
25 King
midfield.
McMahon carries
Pick
for
up a
Sandy.
5 on the play.
He
Some
carries
great
to
games going
midfield.
on.
A 5-yard pickup, be second down and 5.
Going on in the state
from
tonight.
midfield.
First game, opening game of the season. And one of the games, I think, is Nelson and Lake Ridge.
That's one that if you get the chance to go to it, you'd want to be there because those are two teams that could be contenders, especially Lake Ridge, but Nelson maybe as well in that conversation.
Nelson thinks they're going to win the Mount Hood Conference, and they very well might.
Every time you got Central Catholic, that's quite a bit tall order, but they might. Dumps this one out to McMahon.
Pass complete.
McMahon going to be a yard short. We'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Kane McMahon on the reception.
He was brought down at the Sunset 47-yard line, so he's actually going to be 2 yards short of the first down.
And 2 for Sandy.
Got
Timeout on the
timeout
field.
taken by
Sunset
the
calls
Apollos.
timeout. Their first of the half.
For Sandy, McMahon with 3 receptions, Pearson with 3 receptions, Fitch with 3 receptions, spreading the ball around.
Yeah, they certainly are. They've been sharing the sugar tonight, whether it's on the ground, in the air. They just look very well oiled on offense.
For Sunset, Ellingson with 6 receptions.
So he's carrying the bulk of the load at receiver, and they're going to need a lot more of him in the second half if they're going to want to make a push to come back.
In fact, Ellingson with 82 yards receiving.
Quite likely he'll be over 100 by the time this one's over. So it's 3rd down and 2 for the Sandy Pioneers.
3rd down and 2 for Sandy from the Apollo 47-yard line.
And look at this formation. They got a big guy taking the handoff out of the Wildcat. Nobody wants to tackle him. And he picks up a 1st down to the 40-yard line.
I don't know what to call that
Bridges
formation, so
carries
I'll
for
just
Sandy.
call it the William Perry, the
Down to the
refrigerator
40-yard
formation.
Took the words right out of my mouth
Sandy
right there,
calls
Dave.
time.
Quarterback went in
Their
the huddle
second
and said
timeout of the
refrigerator,
half.
and everybody knew what it meant.
And Perry that time was Zach Bridges.
7-yard
They don't
pickup, good
have
for
weights
Sandy,
listed on
first
the
down.
roster, but he's a big guy. 6'5" is his height. And he had a lot of fun with that carry. He's been showing a lot of emotion, has Bridges. I've loved watching him so far. It's been great blocking and apparently great running the ball, too. Went over the right side, looked like he was born to carry the ball.
Well, that's a 1st down.
It is. He needed 2. He got 7.
Not only was he the big guy in the backfield, they had double wing on the right side, and it was 2 big linemen.
You could tell that Sunset was a little confused when they lined up and saw.
1st down and 10
I'd
for
hate
Sandy
to
from
be
the Apollo
an
40-yard
outside
line.
linebacker that stepped up into the gap there and saw those guys coming at me.
It's guy that you almost want to be like, oh, sorry, he juked me
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
My bad. Now they're back to Hom. They motion Mason Fredrickson. Hom well protected. Off his back foot, flag flies in the backfield. A tremendous catch is made on the sideline. I think he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds.
Penalty flags on the play.
That's actually Turin, not Hom.
Turin, check that. Turin, the throw down the sideline. Great catch out of bounds. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. We have a flag.
Yeah, you can see he was out of bounds.
Great effort by James Richards,
the intended receiver, holding the indication against
It's going to be a
Sandy.
hold.
10-yard penalty assessed will move the ball back to the 50-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 20.
But if you're
From the
Sandy, you've
50.
got to try to be a little strategic here with only 48 seconds left in the half. That's not to say they wouldn't be happy to go into halftime with this score. Shoots one up the
Turns
half.
pass incomplete.
Incomplete.
Number 10, Fabian Machik was there to
Turin
break
is
it
9
up.
of 15.
That incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd down and 20 from the 50-yard line.
35-13. Sandy leads Sunset. As our sunset is almost completed here in Portland. And it's 3rd down and a mile, 20 yards to be exact.
I thought Turin was going to get to 200 yards passing in the first half. He's at 182.
Could happen if they can cook up a big play here. It's got a few receivers set empty backfield. Turin in trouble, hit as he throws, and he's actually going to tuck it and get past the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down for a pickup of 2. Not technically a sack, but it'll effectively be one.
Pavanui Bora Bora there to make the tackle.
Sunset calls timeout, Dave.
And they've got some time to work with. They
Brought
got
down at the
29
48-yard
seconds.
line.
Well, when you got a guy like Ellingson, I guess it doesn't hurt.
Right.
And I imagine we're going to see the Sandy Pioneer
Bring up
punt
a
unit for the first time tonight.
4th down and 18 from the 48.
Well, is Sandy going to punt the ball?
Well, you know, they got 18 yards to go. I'd imagine they're going to punt this football.
Well, then they're going to have to quick kick it because they're not lined up in punt formation.
They sure are not. They're trying to reset the clock to 33 seconds. So game clock has been reset. 33 seconds on the clock. Oh, well, Dave, it's only third down, so that's probably explains why.
Right, the penalty.
That is my fault. I told everyone it was
Third down and 18 for Sandy from
third
the
down and 18, that explains it. Turin fires to the original line of scrimmage. They try for the hook and ladder. That's a fumble. They don't even realize that's a fumble. And this is a disaster for Sandy. Coming down the sideline. Can the quarterback make the tackle? No. He shoots out. Touchdown, Sunset. He dropped the ball before he got to the goal line, but he picked it up. That would have been a disaster. And the one thing that Sandy couldn't do, they just did, Dave.
Touchdown, Apollo's touchdown. Wow. Christian Thomas.
You can see he dropped this ball before he got to the end zone.
That's a completion, though. They're trying to run a hook and ladder off of that and drop the ball.
Yeah, that's where you got to be mentally smarter there. You got to pick the ball up.
Let's see, who is that running?
Maybe the cheek on to attempt the point after.
Christian Thomas, and he was trying to reach the ball across the pylon. He didn't intentionally drop it, but credit to him for sticking with it and picking that ball up in the end zone, or else it would have been a catastrophic break for Sunset. But we got a brand new football game now.
That all coming with 17 seconds.
I mean, you want to talk about the most dramatic thing that could have happened before halftime?
That was it.
Couldn't have written a script like that to end the first half.
Give Thomas credit, too. He realized, I picked that ball up. I got to go.
Extra point up and good. And Sunset right back in it.
You know, here we are, opening game of the season. We've got 55 points at halftime.
17 seconds left to play in the first half. 35-20. Sunset right back in this one.
Again, I can't stress how much Thomas, of course, realized it was a fumble, picked it up, looked to the outside, saw that the outside was free, turned the corner, ran it all the way for a touchdown.
You want to talk about, wow, I'm still in disbelief. The hook and ladder was drawn up beautifully. They didn't execute the pitch, and they thought it was an incomplete pass. Fall on the ball.
Let me tell you what was brilliant about that hook and ladder. They ran a crossing route. They crossed downfield. Pass was complete. They came back towards where the receiver was. It was work beautiful. They might have gone for a touchdown on that. They dropped the ball.
And it was a beautifully designed play from the Pioneers.
So give Turin. That's a completed pass. A fumble by the receiver.
Yep. No harm on Turin's part there. It shouldn't be.
And the yardage on the completion was 15 yards, which puts him at 197.
Short kickoff, fielded at the 5. You don't want to kick it to this guy. Fredrickson took the last one to the house, and this time he's met at the 25. Number 53, Henry Pearson, laying the hit right there.
You know, 25. Ben, we came here for this game tonight. With the first game of the season, we'll get worked into the game. We'll get worked into football. You know, and here, these teams are throwing everything they have at each other.
Right off the bat, I mean, almost from the opening gate pretty much with the 66-yard touchdown pass to Grayson Fitch.
We scored a minute 30 into the game.
Yeah.
We scored with 17 seconds left to go in the half.
It's been a track meet so far. Delayed handoff. Sandy not content to just take a knee. McMahon gets a lot of yardage, but it's not going to be enough. He does break to the outside. There's a second
McMahon
left when he was
carries.
out of bounds. Let's see if they put a second
the
back on.
46-yard line, and that ends,
No.
the first half
That
of
is going
play.
to end
Halftime score
the
tonight
first
at Sunset
half.
High
So we got a
School.
new ball game,
Sandy,
Dave.
35.
It's 35 to
Sunset
20. A disastrous
Once again,
play to
ladies and
end the
gentlemen,
half
stick around at halftime for a halftime
for the Sandy
entertainment.
Pioneers.
Sunset High
And
School
it gives
cheer team will be
Sunset
performing,
some
as
new
well as
life.
the Sunset High
They're
School
in this
dance
game, but
team.
Sandy leads at 35 to 20. What are you looking for in this second half?
Well, I can't say defense because we're not seeing much of that.
No.
You know, Sandy scored 13 in the first quarter, 22 in the second. Sunset 7 in the first, 13 in the second. That's how we got to 35 to 20.
And right now, close out the first half. Go over some stats if you've got any, Dave.
Well, first I'll run down the scoring. I'll do this quickly, and then we'll hit some stats and take a break. Game opened, 10:20 left to go in the first quarter. 66-yard pass from Turin to Fitch for the touchdown, point after touchdown by Messenger. The Pioneers came right back at the 6:18
Works out of the
mark.
gun, fakes the
28-yard
handoff,
pass
looks to
to
take a
Turin
shot,
Fitch.
loads one deep.
The point after touchdown wasn't good. It was 13-0.
Written a script like that.
Sunset
to end the
did
first
get
half.
on the board. Give Thomas credit too. He realized I picked that ball. They came back a minute later. A 12-yard pass from Turin to Ellickson. The point after touchdown by Masick was good, and it was 13-7 into 1. Here's all the scoring in the second quarter at the 9:02 mark. The Pioneers with the touchdown. A 7-yard run was good. The point after touchdown, a run by McMahon was good. It was 21-0. Pioneers came back and scored at the 7:17 mark. A pass from Turin to McMahon. Point after touchdown by Messenger was 28-7. Paulo's got on the board, 3:40 left to go in the half. A 2-yard pass from Honda Zakari. The point after touchdown was missed. It was 28-13. And then two scores at the 3:27 mark, 13 seconds after that touchdown pass. The 93-yard run by Fredrickson, his second touchdown of the night. Point after touchdown by Messenger was good. It was 35-19. And then off the turnover, the fumble on the hook and ladder pass completion, the 54-yard fumble recovery by Christian Thomas. The point after touchdown was good. And that's our score then, 35-20 at the end of the first half. Stats that stick out to me: McMahon with 46 yards rushing on 6 carries. Passing for Sandy, Turin is 9 of 16 for 197 yards. Receiving, McMahon has 3 catches for 57 yards. Pearson has 3 catches for 15 yards. Fields has 3 catches for 99 yards. For the Sunset Apollos, Ham is he is 10 for 16 passing. He has 79 yards. Ellingson, of those 9 completions, Ellingson has 7 of them. So we got some players with some big stats.
They do. So yeah, as you mentioned, with Ham and Ellingson in particular. Something I do want to point out, if that hook and ladder is executed properly, the score right now could be 42-13. So that's how much of a difference that one play makes. That was the only stop that Sunset's had, and they got lucky. So I'm still pointing out that if you're the Sandy Pioneers, like, okay, that sucked. Let's not panic with what we're doing on offense. We're not going to go away from our game because we still have a lead, and let's just keep playing our brand of football. 35-20, the Sandy Pioneers lead Sunset at the half. 17 minutes until second half kickoff. We're going to take a 10-minute break and then be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your Sunset High School varsity cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Sunset High School dance team.
It's taking over and there's no time to wait. Got that feeling, good, good feeling. Better get moving, oh, I won't hesitate. Got that feeling, good, good feeling. Here we go, turn it up, let it go. Get ready, get ready. Feel the heat, burn it up. Don't stop now, start it up. Hold steady, hold steady. Get ready now, this is it. Get ready now, ready now, this is it. Get ready, 'cause it's going down.
Is you ready? You say you ready. Whole squad ready. Is you ready? Are you ready? Is you ready? Whole squad ready.
Ready now, this is it. Get ready now, ready now, ready now, ready, ready, ready. 4, ready now, 3, here we go, 2, turn it up, 1. Get ready now. Get ready now. Get ready now, ready now. This is it. Get ready now, ready now, ready now. This is it. The time is now. Get ready now.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your Sunset High School dance team.
Hail Mary, here it is. Oh, he's got a man. A lot of pressure in his face. Turin lofts off his back foot. He's got a man in stride. And welcome back to Sunset High School, 35-20. The home Apollos trail the Pioneers of Sandy. And honestly, Dave, we were just talking about how Sunset probably a little bit fortunate to be trailing just by 15. You've had a couple of plays. I'm not going to call them fluke plays, but the one where quarterback Marcus Hom breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Two guys had him, spun him around. He takes it 80 yards. They score 2 plays later. And then that flea flicker should have been a first down or maybe even a touchdown for Sandy. The pitch was botched on the perfectly designed play. Sunset's Thompson's Christian Thomas scoops it up, goes the other way for a touchdown, and that's why Sandy's only up 15. But Sandy, for the most part, has to be happy with how their offense has worked.
You know, we've talked a lot about some of the players on Sandy. I don't mean in any way to slight the players on Sunset, because there's some players I can really point out. I am very impressed with the quarterback, Hom. Marcus Hom, he has played really well. He's 9 of 15, and a big part of that is the play of Ellingson. Ellingson, 7 receptions in the first half. He's managed to get open, caught that one ball over his shoulder for that huge gain. Christian Thomas, that we've already mentioned, the smarts that he had to realize the position he was in and turn that into a touchdown. So, and I don't mean to say either, I don't think Sunset is out of this game. I think it's been a tough first half for them, but I think they step up on defense, and this game might turn out a little bit different.
I completely agree, Dave. Sunset very much in this football game. I'd say that they're going to have to find a way to get some stops because, again, the only I'd like to put a little bit of an asterisk by it. The stop was the Bosch flea flicker that went the other way, and that's not that one I will call a fluke. I'll go as far as to call that play a fluke. They need to get some stops because this Sandy team has been having their way on the ground. They've have really good receivers, and you just got to get more pressure on Turin if you're going to force some punts.
Do you remember when we were standing down on the field and we were talking to Coach Dill and we were talking about running offense, and you said, is it going to be balanced? And he said, I hope so. Let me tell you some of these stats. Turin has 9 completions. He has 3 to 3 different receivers, got all of them involved. 6 different Sandy people have carried the ball in this game. They're spreading it all around and utilizing everybody. Plus, they've ran more formations than I think I knew existed.
I was going to say, it's a test of Dave Hall's knowledge. You named the first 5 sets, and can you name every one they've come out in tonight? And
the fly sweep.
There we go.
That's one we really liked.
Love that one. And I will say, if Ellingson doesn't make that insane catch, who knows what could happen if they fall behind 3, 4, 5 scores if he doesn't hold that one in. And so that's just a testament to you keep grinding until you get a chance to a play that gets you back in the game.
You know, you mentioned a little bit earlier, had not Thomas turned that into a touchdown, Instead, they could have been behind by 27
Yes, and that
instead of 15.
that changes the whole complexion of everything. And so I think that Sunset, you're happy. You get the ball to start the second half. You got to become a little more. Well, here's the funny thing. We were talking about Sunset. Are you going to be balanced? As in, are you going to be able to throw it? Oh, they've been throwing it. Can you run the football? Because right now they have not been able to run the ball. Other than that quarterback run, they have not had any breakout runs.
Another thing I'm impressed with, I told you I was impressed with Marcus Hom, and I have been. He got off a bad punt to start the game. Since then, he's kicked the ball very well. You know, sometimes there are people on the football field that bad things can get in their head really quickly. Kickers are one of them. A bad kick and a kicker just might fall apart. But Hom has stayed in there, got off some good kicks, got off a 40-yarder in the air on one of those. So I'm impressed with him. He's kept his cool, and he's looked good.
He has.
Stepped up in the pocket. You know, if he can get some breaks, he gets some receptions, get some runs. Let me see here. The Apollos have run the ball 8 times. They have a total of 100 yards. Now, you might think, well, carry the ball 8 times, 100 yards, that ain't so bad. Well, 77 of them were on that one play by Hom down the sideline, remember?
And that's the thing. It's one play that really makes them stand out. I will say that if you're Sandy, do you adapt at all, Dave, to how reliant they've been on Ellingson? Do you give him double attention? Do you put a corner and a safety over the top?
I'll answer that question very simply. Yes.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was. If you were going to give me any other answer and debate me, I was ready for that one. So, Dave, minute 30 and then a little bit of change before we kick it off in the second half. Let's talk a little college football tomorrow. You and I, both the Buckeye fans, are coming off of a national championship. Sorry to the Oregon fans listening to this broadcast. Just stating the facts here. What are you excited for against Texas? It's Julian Sayin coming out. A lot of new players. This is going to be another special Buckeye team.
You know, people say, well, the Buckeyes got a new quarterback, too. Well, they had a new one last year with Will Howard, and they got a national championship out of it. Sayin is a little different. Howard had 3 years at Kansas State breaking records. But Sayin comes in, and he might have, not only does he have the best wide receiver in college football, he might also have the second best receiver in Carnell Lake.
And Carnell Tate, yep. Might have the second best Carnell Tate. He's got a great running back group. Teams like Oregon and Ohio State, they always have great offensive lines. So we know that about them. Texas is going to come out. They've returned a lot of players from last year. Arch Manning's taking the helm. He's going to be feeling the heat tomorrow in a hostile environment. Just so excited for that 9 a.m. game. I'll have my clock set to get up in time, not miss a minute of that one. Real quick before we get to the second half action, Ducks take on Montana State. They're 27.5-point favorites last I checked against a good FCS team, but Oregon is ranked number 7 in the country. Beavers take on Cal. They're favored by 1.5 in Corvallis.
You know, not just a good team. Montana State, not just a good team. They were runner-ups last year for the national championship.
So about as good as you get at the FCS level. And, hey, you know, Oregon last year, despite going undefeated in regular season, they nearly lost to Idaho in the first game of the year. And so Montana State is thinking, we're not going to make it easy on you. They're going to try to jump. And then that 7:30 game in Corvallis, Reeser's going to be rocking there. The Golden Bears come in. Beavers have won 3 of the last 5 meetings with the Beavers looking for some revenge. Now, we're going to get back to high school football because the wait is over for the second half, just about. Sandy and Sunset hyping each other up. We got Miley Cyrus blaring on the loudspeakers here. Gotta love my generation, don't you, Dave?
You know, I've been disappointed sometimes going to football games and the music not be exactly appropriate. We came here, and whoever is in charge of the music at Sunset, I want to thank them. It was really fun before the start of the game.
The country pregame, nothing better. Whether it's football, baseball, heck, even soccer. It's the right way to do it. So we do. They have put more time on. So I'm going to go back and ask you another college football question because they've put 3 minutes back.
Oh, okay.
On time. I know you're always down for that. Do you think Clemson LSU tomorrow ends up going down to the wire, 9 versus number 4?
You know, that's a game that's puzzling to me because people are speaking so highly of Clemson. I think LSU is going to be good. Nussmeier is their quarterback, and I like him a lot, but. We'll see. There's great games over the weekend. Notre Dame has a game on Sunday. I believe they play
Notre Dame and Miami.
Miami.
Yes, 6 versus 10 on a Sunday.
Is what's his name still the coach of Miami?
Cristobal.
Mario Cristobal.
I think that he is.
Oh.
Oregon fans might not have the fondest memories of Mr. Cristobal, but he's figured some things out at Miami. They had a tough break last year. They probably should have had a better end of the year.
You know who Ducks have less good memories of?
I think I know exactly. A guy named Willie Taggart.
Willie Taggart.
I'm a Beaver, and I still don't like what he did to the Oregon Ducks.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how bad it was, and if any member of the Taggart family is listening, I apologize, but that was not okay what he did to the University of Oregon program. I feel like karma served him right at Florida State.
You know, I'm a big fan of Ryan Day, and, of course, his record is
yeah.
just absolutely amazing. But then again, so is Dan Lanning.
Yes. And
Dan Lanning is in the Chip Kelly stratosphere.
I think that absolutely. I think Day, Lanning, far and away in the top tier of best coaches in college football. I'm not a Duck fan, but I think that he is a phenomenal coach, as well as Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State. You take a team with decent recruiting and you make the playoff, that guy deserves a medal.
Do you have a college team that's kind of not such a big known team that for some reason you just like them and you follow them all the time? Do you have one of those?
Oh man, it changes based on the year and who's big. One of my teams that I would say falls into that category when they have up years is Arkansas. When they have up years.
I'm a fan of Air Force.
Love it. Love it. Well, and you probably liked when they played the Beavers last year because that was ugly.
I was in the Air Force. That's my attachment to
There
them.
we go. There we go.
I have schools that I'm attached to. I like Notre Dame. Now, I know that's a controversial team. You either like them or dislike them. People say, why do you like Notre Dame? The reason I like Notre Dame, I was born there.
There we go. Okay, I was going to. Dave Hall, the only person who likes Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Right, I am.
Only person on planet Earth, and I respect that. And we have finally gotten to the second point of second half kickoff. There's a lot of energy here in this stadium.
All right, like we say on Sports Beat Weekly, let's kick it off.
We are ready to kick off the third quarter. Sunset will return. We've seen a kickoff return for a touchdown from Sandy tonight. Sunset would like to return the favor. Brought down shy of the 20. Good kickoff coverage.
Apollo's start on offense. You know, they get a score, they could get this down to, well, right now that it's a two-score game. You know, 15-point lead, 2 scores, get it down to 1. Who knows?
Anything could happen, especially when you got this home crowd behind you. Shout out to the Sunset fans. They've been great tonight.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Absolutely.
I'm also impressed that many people came to this game from Sandy.
Love it. Small town, football's a lot. Didn't love the last minute of that second quarter, but their team's still up 15 and looking to get a stop here. Now, they got to cover Ellingson. Funky looking play, and that's one of the first big runs Sunset's had tonight.
Off tackle draw play.
Sully Anderson taking it for 6 yards. And it's only 6 yards, but that's one of the bigger carries a halfback's had for Sunset.
He only carried the ball 2 times in the first half for 1 yard. He got 6 on that one.
Hom dumps this one off to a halfback out of the backfield. That's Sully Anderson again for a first down. Out across the 35, out of bounds at the 38. So Sunset starts off with a little momentum here in the third quarter.
12 on the reception. Who was that to?
That was Sully Anderson. We're seeing a lot more of him here in the third quarter. Hom, I like his calm presence in the pocket. Fires a dart for another first down. Give me number 12, Felipe Zuccari, with his second catch of the night. Zuccari is a solid route runner. And great pocket presence that time. Great awareness by Hom, who's trying to get the play in right now. A little bit of confusion. First down and 10 for Sunset. Give to Sully Anderson. Arm tackle on him around midfield. He does push the pile for a gain of 3. Got down to the 48-yard line of Sandy. So just like that, Sunset finds themselves in Sandy territory. They're going up tempo, taking the snap, rolling out to his right as Hom fires towards the sideline. Nice little
Hom's
tiptoe
pass
catch
complete.
that time
Number 4,
from
Griffin
Ellingson.
Ellingson on the reception. Down to the 37-yard
So the
line.
Sunset
That
Apollos
gain is good for an Apollo
got
first down.
the offense clicking
11-yard
right now.
pickup. Fitch on the tackle for Sandy.
Screen pass. Taking a hit
Ball's
at
pass
the 33
complete.
and falling
Keegan
forward to the
Putney on the
31-yard
reception.
line. That was Keegan
Down
Putney,
here
his
the
first catch of the night.
31-yard line, gain of 6.
Putney, a 6'4" senior.
James Richard on the tackle.
He looks
Second
it
down
too.
and 4 for the Apollos from the
Tall,
31-yard
commanding
line.
presence out there in the slot. Anderson's the back. Hom on second and short. Time running out, being chased down. Hom just has to throw this one away. Wise decision
Ball's pass incomplete, throws the
by the
ball away.
senior.
Incomplete pass brings up a 3rd down and 4 from the 31-yard line.
So it's 3rd down and 4 for the Apollos offense. They've gotten to the Sandy 31-yard line. Don't want the drive to stall out here. They trail 35-20. Thought it was going to be another read option for a second. Across his body. Boy, that's a hard
Ball's
throw.
pass
He makes a
complete.
strike to
Griffin Ellingson on
Ellingson.
the
First down to the
reception.
20.
Down to the 21-yard line. 10-yard
When you're
pickup,
rolling
good
out
for another
to
Apollo
your
first
offhand
down.
side, it's that much harder to throw a dart. You'll see it here on the replay. Tim queuing it up for us. Just a good route by Ellison and a throw on the money. Hom has really impressed me. Drops the football. Hom picks it up, tries to abort play, and is going to end up with a loss.
Hom on the keeper.
You know, smart
There's the ball
move
out of
that
bounds.
time on
Back at
Hom's
the
part.
24-yard
Ball was
line,
on the
loss of
ground,
3.
it bounced. He picked
Be
it up.
second down and
He
13
rolled
from the
left,
24.
looked, and then decided, you know, this is only going to go badly if I throw this ball, and stepped out of bounds. I think it was a wise decision at the time.
Rolling out to his right on 2nd and 12. Can he catch the corner? Hom might want to take off here. He does. He's inside the 20, tiptoeing
Hom on the
near the
keeper.
15-yard line.
Is out of bounds at the
Give him the
14-yard
14.
line. A 10-yard pickup will bring
So
up
that's
a
a
3rd
scurry
down
for
and
10
3
yards.
from
Makes
the
it 3rd and much
14-yard
more
line.
manageable. And the Pioneers want time.
By the way, Hom
Sandy
now,
calls timeout. Their first time out
3
of the half.
rushes, 95 yards.
I can't do math that quick, but he is averaging,
32.
that is right, Dave. Man, you're better than I am. 32 yards a carry for Hom.
I'm a history major that can still do math.
There, hey, it's good to prove that history nerds like ourselves still have the potential for some arithmetic. So what I like coming out on this drive, Sunset has not missed a beat. Their offense looks like it took them a little while to settle into the game, but they've figured some things out. They've busted a couple runs, and that has opened up the pass. I love how Hom has put things on the money. His receivers are running solid routes.
Come right out, score right off the bat, get this down to a one-score game. I like it. I like Hom.
I like him a lot, too. This senior is having a really good first start to open up the season.
3rd down and
Got
3 for
Sully
the
Anderson.
Apollos from the Sandy 14-yard line.
The feature back on this possession. Standing to his left. Out of the gun. Out of the flat roll, Sully fires in the end zone, it's dropped.
Oh, my
It was
goodness.
a little
Hom's
bit
pass
behind
incomplete. Intended
Logan
for Logan
Firschweiler.
Firschweiler.
I will say it was a tad bit behind him. So
Tad, yes,
tad.
it was.
Incomplete pass brings up a 4th down.
Watch how
and
open
3
he is. Look at the crossing
from
route in the end
14-yard
zone.
line.
Yeah, I will say it's hard with a helmet, Dave. People don't realize your eyesight's not as good in the helmet. Anything a little behind you becomes a lot more difficult.
This is a 4th down.
It is. So Sandy dodges a bullet right there.
4th and 3.
Hom rolling out left, looking to throw. Hom, he might want to use his legs, fires. Ellingson, tightrope
Hom's
the
pass
sideline and
complete.
makes a catch at the
Number
2.
4, Griffin Ellingson on the reception.
Griffin
Down near the
Ellingson
2-yard line. The gain is good for an Apollo
continuing
first
his career
down.
night.
1st and goal, Sunset.
You know, I
from the
thought he was going
Sandy
to pull it
2-yard
down.
line.
He had the first down if he decided, but he saw Ellingson over there in the corner. Got him the ball.
Hand off up the middle. No, Hom keeps it. Dances his way
Marcus
into the
Hall
end
on
zone.
the keeper.
Touchdown,
Runs for 2
Apollo.
yards and an Apollo touchdown. Touchdown Apollos, touchdown Marcus Hall.
What a drive from Sunset to open up this third quarter.
2-yard run for Hom. That coming, you can see, 9:15.
Davey Macheek on to attempt the point after. Marcus Hom to hold.
Big point after
Yes,
touchdown.
I was going to say. Because this would keep it a 2-score game if they don't convert. They've missed one tonight. This one is up. No good. So it remains a 2-score game.
9-point lead.
35-26. Sunset closes the gap, but they're still down 2 scores.
You know, we talked about in the first half, the Apollos were looking at a potential 27-point deficit. They've got it down to 9.
You know, and that's why you got to love football. Stay in the game. Ellingson, how good has this guy been?
The guy who in the beginning thought, you know, I could make the shape of the football a whole bunch of different things. I could make it round. I could do whatever. I'm going to make it oblong.
Yep.
Nobody then can figure out what it's going to do.
No, it's wonderful. That's the beauty of. Sometimes there's nothing more degrading than chasing after a football if you're trying to scoop it up.
Oh, my goodness.
35-26.
It makes a funny bounce, and then you kick it with your feet accidentally. and you're
Makes for some very entertaining plays. So Sunset, with a fantastic opening drive. Fredrickson did not stay in bounds.
You know, occasionally you mentioned mental mistakes come in the game. Fielding the ball, turning the corner, and then
Sandy
stepping
will
out of
take over
bounds.
first down and 10 at their own 9.
So,
And I'm sorry to.
go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm sorry to armchair quarterback from out here. You can maybe let that one go out of bounds, but it's tough when you've already taken one to the house. I can understand why Fredrickson wants to field that.
And that first time when he did, that was amazing.
Fantastic run by Fredrickson. So, again, cannot blame him for wanting to take that ball, especially considering you need a spark right now.
What happens, you've got momentum, you know, and then you got to make that turn on the corner there, and sometimes you just don't realize how much momentum you
Yep,
have.
it's carrying you out of bounds. 35-26. I can't find the ball, Dave.
There it is. We'll run that one again on the replay. You'll
Okay.
see. Great, it was a great
James
handoff by the
Richards
quarterback
on the carry,
over the
clears
right
ball out
tackle.
near the 19-yard line, near first down yardage, 10-yard pickup.
See?
Gain is good
right,
for a
Andrew
Sandy
Richards.
first down.
And he cut it. He was
First
headed
and
in
10
the middle,
Sandy
cut
from
it to
their
the
own
outside.
Important thing was our cameraman, Ryan Johnson, was not fooled. Hold on, Ryan. Handoff around the left side. McMahon powering his way across the 30. He's got another first down. Finally wrestled down.
Cade
at the
McMahon carries out to the
35-yard
35-yard line.
Two angry
16-yard
runs right there
pickup,
from
good for a Sandy first down.
Good way to start the second half offensively.
7 carries, 62 yards for McMahon. 9 yards to carry almost.
First down and 10 for the Pioneers from their own 35-yard line. 8:20 left to play. Third quarter. Turin takes a high snap, gives it off to McMahon. McMahon running between the tackles, doesn't have a lot of room.
McMahon up the middle, out near the 37-yard line, gain of 2. Be second down and 8 from the 37-yard line.
8 minutes left to play. And if you're Sandy, it's hard to tell if the clock is on your side right now. A lot of it depends on if you finish in the end zone on this drive. But nothing would be better for the Pioneers than a 4-minute scoring drive right here. That would be just what the doctor ordered to stop this Sunset run. Little reverse end around to McMahon. Nothing doing. Give him a yard.
McMahon carries left
Keep
side.
your eye on the
Griffin
snap.
Ellingson there
For
to
the
trip
last
him
3
up.
snaps,
Man
Turner's
carried to
got
the
a high
38-yard
snap,
line.
and he's had trouble getting the ball down and getting
Third
it
down
handed
and
off.
7 for Sandy.
That matters.
The 38-yard line.
It throws off the timing of a play a little bit.
Exactly.
So Sandy facing a 3rd down and 7 after back-to-back first down runs to start the drive. Big 3rd down with Sandy up 9. Turin looks to throw, looks right side, fires towards the sticks. What a catch made by Fitch. Fitch turns it upfield. Fitch inside the 45-yard line of the Apollos and down to the 42-yard line. Grayson Fitch. He's had a couple of huge 3rd and 4th down receptions.
42-yard line. 20-yard pickup, good for a Sandy first down. 1st and 10 Sandy from the Apollo 42-yard line.
Sometimes the defender commits. You go for the ball, you slip over the top of the receiver, and he turns around and he's got open field, and that's what happened that time.
McMahon trying to break away from arm tackles. Bounces out inside the
McMahon
numbers.
carries,
Brought down at the
Blake Allen.
39-yard line by Blake Allen. Give him 3 on the
3-yard pickup to the 39.
That's what
Second down
Sandy
and
needed,
7.
though. Using a little
The
bit of
Apollo
clock and getting a
39-yard
big
line.
3rd down conversion. Great throw by Turin. And Fitch, he has proven his ability to make catches in tight windows.
He has 4 receptions for 120 yards. That is 30 yards a catch.
And they're going to need more of them in the second half. See Hom pacing the sideline a little bit, saying, guys, get me the ball back. We are in this thing now. And our offense is working. McMahon with a full head of steam. He was shot out of a cannon there. Goes
McMahon
right up the
carries
middle.
up the
First
middle.
down for Sandy.
To the Apollo 31-yard
Great
line.
run
Gain
by
of 8.
Caden McMahon.
It's good for a Sandy first down.
And Turin got a high snap that time. They're not over his head.
From the
They're
Apollo
just high, and
31-yard
makes
line.
it harder to get the ball down and hand it off.
Yep.
But the McMahon turned that into a blast play, the old USC blast play. Just hit that hole as fast as you can and get through it.
I love this guy's football instincts. He is a great ball player. College coaches, I'm sure, are taking note of him. Send a man in motion. Haven't seen a lot of false starts tonight, Dave. End around. Richards breaking free. Richards makes a spin move. Richards inside the 15, dragging tacklers down around the 10-yard line. And
Wow.
he's down to the 9.
James Richards
James
carries for
Richards,
Sandy
hello.
inside the 10-yard line.
20 yards on the carry for
Down to
Richards.
the 9. 22-yard run.
22.
Sandy a first down and goal from the Apollo 9-yard line.
3 carries, 37 yards for Richards. Again, my stats are unofficial, so
No suing of Dave
look
Hall.
on the school scorecard tomorrow, and you'll see. But
Exactly.
I think I'm pretty close on
You
all
are.
of them.
I haven't had any major corrections I've ever had to do. So you're a darn good unofficial score. 4:30 left to play. 3rd quarter. McMahon, Wildcat, round the right side. McMahon powers his way in. Touchdown, Sandy.
9-yard
McMahon
touchdown
runs
run.
9 yards for a Sandy touchdown.
And that is, I know I've said it, I'm going to say it again, just what the doctor ordered for the Pioneers.
They give up a touchdown, march down the field, and get it right back.
And it took a big 3rd down conversion, and I think they're going, are they going for 2?
That's at the 4:17 mark of the 3rd.
Sandy will attempt a 2-point conversion.
Sandy will attempt to go for 2. McMahon again, who just had that run. He's got any energy left. He's going to throw it left-handed, wide open tight end. And the 2-point
Man
conversion
pass
is good.
complete.
He did throw that
89,
left-handed,
Cameron
didn't he? Let's
Caruso.
look at that again.
Complete to
Receiving end of
Caruso,
the
and
2-point
unfortunately,
conversion.
we have an injured Pioneer.
Official timeout for injury.
That's Caden
With
McMahon.
4 minutes, 17 seconds
Down on the
remaining in the
field.
3rd quarter.
Is that
Score,
McMahon on the
Sandy
conversion?
43,
It was,
Sunset
well, no, he threw the
26.
conversion touchdown, but unfortunately,
Who was on the 2-point?
that was Caruso who made the catch. 43-26, Sandy answers. And we're going to be right back. Caden McMahon gets to his feet under his own power. He got clocked after delivering that two-point conversion pass. But Caden McMahon, what a night. He's doing a little of everything.
You know, the lead was 15. We were talking about Sunset scoring and getting it closer. The lead is now 17.
3-score game. And if that two-point conversion had been no good, it would have still been a 2-score game.
Yep.
So just what Sandy needed.
Camden Lubert on a kickoff for Sandy.
Lubert will boot this one away for the Pioneers.
Christian Thomas, Caleb Price, deep to return for the Apollos.
Price back there to return for Sunset. Good boot, deep one. This should be a touchback. It is. He's got a leg.
Kickoff goes into the end
Ben,
zone
who
for
do I
touchback.
see about
the Apollos
this?
will start the drive.
I made out
first
a
down and
nice
10
score sheet,
from their own
room
20-yard
for
line.
everything. Now I'm
You're running out of room.
running out of room.
You know, does this happen? This doesn't happen often, I imagine, based on your reaction, Dave.
Right? We're at 69 points scored.
I don't know what to tell you. I can give you an extra sheet of paper if you might need it. Because as of right now, fireworks are lighting up.
First and 10 for the Apollos from their own 20-yard line.
First down and 10 for Sunset.
They marched down the field last time.
Here's a give to Thompson up the middle. Thompson out to the 25-yard line. That might have been Keegan Burley, actually.
Burley is
That
6.
was Keegan Burley.
Number 6, Keegan Burley on the carry.
Number 8,
For
number
Sunset out
6
to
can
the
be tough
25.
numbers to
Second down and
distinguish
5 from the 25.
from this view, but that was Keegan Burley who took it for 3 yards. Out of the gun. They feed Burley again, makes a little cut at the line of scrimmage.
Burley
Out to the
fights
30.
near first down yard.
And he's
out
got
to
a
the
first down
30-yard
pickup
line.
of about 6.
5-yard pickup.
So that moves the sticks for Sunset.
That gain is good for an Apollo first
Now
down.
we're just talking about the clock.
First down and 10.
It is
from the
officially
30-yard
Sandy's
line.
friend now. You scored in that last drive, you're up 3 scores. So Sunset, you can definitely still run the ball, but you don't want to take too much time on these drives. Play action fake. Hom steps up in the pocket, and he's sacked. Wrestled down from behind. He did get back to the 30-yard line, so it's not technically a
30-yard
sack.
line. No gain on the play.
But no
Second
gain.
down and 10 from the 30.
Take a look down in Sunset's
Official timeout
offense.
for injury.
The outside receiver on the right side, number 11, and that is Keegan Putney, and he's 6'4". Because he got off the ball that time, and he had about a 5'10" cornerback on him.
Definitely an advantage. And so right now, both teams have scored on their opening drive of the half, but Sunset right now, the clock very much not their friend. And I think right now, of course, you're going to want to look for Ellingson more, but you want to mix in these run plays. I like that they're getting Burley going a little bit. Sunset, it's about scoring on this drive, not taking more than 3-4 minutes.
We got a player down. That's why we're. It's a Sandy player.
It's a
And
Sunset player.
Oh, is it?
It is an Apollo.
If you had to ask me what the problem is, it looks like cramp.
It looks like a cramp. They're stretching his legs out. It doesn't look like
No.
anything too serious,
Hot
thankfully.
night, you don't drink a lot of water, you're prone to
Absolutely.
get cramps.
It happens. Hopefully that's all that it is.
As I was saying, that our director, Alvin Myers, reaches over and
Takes a big old sip of water. As
Yes.
Dave Hall giving you a hydration reminder now. Tim, our
I
instant replay guy.
am a doctor.
You're a doctor, huh?
I have a doctor's degree.
In history?
No,
What do you have a doctor's degree in?
law.
Ah, that makes sense given that you were a defense lawyer. So you
Right.
are Dr. Hall.
Lawyers get JD degrees, Juris Doctor.
There we go. So
So
it is
I'm Dr. Dave.
Dr. Dave. Shout out to my dentist, Dave, growing up.
That player who's coming off the field for Sunset, that's number 4, and that is Ellingson.
Okay, so they're going to want, and unfortunately, this might be a little bit more than a cramp. They are helping him off the field. He's favoring one knee.
Second down and 10 for the
But
Apollos from their own 30-yard line.
They're going to want to get him back in as quick
Yep.
as possible, if they can. Because that is a big guy to not have out there right now. So an unfortunate break for the Apollos. Second down and 10. Hom steps up and he's sacked.
Hom
flag
brought down in
flies
the
behind
backfield.
where he
Penalty
was
flags
tackled.
on the
I'm
play.
telling you, number 11, Putney, is wide open again on the outside, and he's got that small
Isaac
cornerback
Phelps
on him.
made the
I'd
sack
throw to that
for
guy.
Sandy.
Wanted to maybe try a fade route to him, but didn't have any time to throw. Did Hom that time. There is a flag down.
Loss of about 6 on the play before the penalty.
I believe the penalty's on the Apollos. And it might just be declined.
If it is on the Apollos, I think there's a good chance this should be declined.
Here we go. Holding.
Holding the penalty against
Apollos,
Sunset.
no, they'll take that one.
10-yard penalty assessed.
They'll take
Move
the big
ball
one.
back to the 20-yard line.
You know,
It'll be second down.
if you want
and 20
second and 20 or third and
from the
15,
20.
I could see an argument for either. I would have
Yeah.
declined, but that's why I'm in the booth, not on the sidelines for a reason. Out of the gun, rolling out to his right, plays tending to develop. Pinned down to the sideline, he's got nowhere to go, so he has to take the bump
Hom
and head out
forced
of bounds.
after a short
Gain of
gain.
2.
Good man-to-man coverage that time by the Pioneers. Had everybody covered.
Carry the ball out near the
So it is
23-yard line. It'll be third and
Third
17
down and the
on
distance
the 23-yard line.
between Sandy High School and Sunset High School. Third and 18 if you want to be exact. Hom's going to work out of the gun. Sunset needs a big play. 43-26. Sandy playing a prevent type of defensive look. Low snap. Hom corrals it, steps up. Home run ball, floats one left side off the hands of his intended target. No
Hom's
flag.
pass incomplete.
Looking for Felipe
Intended for
Zuccari.
Felipe Poncerena Zuccari.
Well, I'll say this for Hom, and I've been talking about how much I am impressed with him. He's not afraid to throw into double coverage.
No. No, and that's where you really miss having Ellingson on the field.
Right, because
Richards
Ellingson
and
can
Frederickson
jump.
there to break it up for Sandy.
And
Fourth down
unfortunately,
and 17 for the
Hom
Apollos
is in
from
pain on the
23.
sideline.
No.
And we got Logan Ferschweiler
Ferschweiler
into
in
punt.
formation.
And he's being stretched out for what could be cramps as well.
I'm
Finch
looking
and
for a
Richards
backup quarterback
set to return
on the
for Sandy.
roster.
There are a lot of quarterbacks listed, so we'll have
I'm
no way of
looking at
knowing.
least 5.
High snap, corralled, and he's drops the football. Has to fall in at the 10.
Oh, my.
Sandy with a big
Line.
special teams play.
And they're going to
10-yard
take the
line.
ball over on downs inside, I believe inside
Sandy
the
will
10.
take
At
over
the 10
first and
exactly.
10.
So it'll be
Just
first
outside
and
the
goal
10.
for Sandy. Maybe a little bit outside. But they can really put a nail in this one.
We'll call it the 11-yard line. First down and 10 for Sandy from the 11-yard line.
So it's at the 11. They will be able to get a first down without scoring.
So all Sandy since the opening touchdown drive of the third quarter. First and 10 just outside the goal-to-go line. Hands it off to Richards. Richard bounces outside, now cuts back inside the 5-yard line, is down to the 2.
James Richards inside the 5-yard line, down near the 2-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play.
And injuries starting to
Official timeout for injury.
pile up a little more now.
That's a Sandy player, I believe, who's down.
It is. It's a lineman.
Richards, 4 carries, 36 yards. By the way, McMahon has 12 carries. He's the leading ball carrier for the Sandy Pioneers.
So if you're Sandy, you want to be strategic how you play the rest of this game. I bet they're going to keep it on the ground for the most part since after this drive.
Especially if they score here.
If they score here, this player, offensive lineman being helped to his feet. And actually, that's not a lineman. I think that might be Richards. It's hard to tell from here.
We won't guess on those till we know.
No. All we can say is he's been helped off.
You think maybe McMahon in this situation?
Huh. You kidding me? Of course. Go to the wrecking ball. Got a lot of options if you're Sandy here. Big, rumbling, tough, gritty power team. Should have no problem punching this one in. And they hand it off left side. Touchdown, Pioneers. Cutting up and into the end zone is
Number 6, Cody Renard.
Cody Renard.
Carries 2 yards.
And
for
Sandy has
Sandy
really
touchdown.
taken control here on the road. How's your room looking, Dave?
Oh my.
Because it is now 49-26 with the PAT to come.
2-yard run for Richards, or Rinaldi.
Renard. Cody Renard.
And that coming
2:41.
2:41.
Third quarter. High snap. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Just wide right.
The extra point attempt is no good with 2 minutes 41 seconds.
Not going to
remaining in
change
the third
much.
Period.
23-point game.
Sandy 49.
Jack,
Sunset
you were a
26.
kicker. You need to go down there and audition for the job.
Yeah, I will say Messenger has done a very good job tonight. I think that's the first one he's missed that was a good hold. But we have seen a few missed PATs tonight. I think I'd still got it. I've been playing a little soccer lately. I've actually every now and then gone up and kicked. I've still got it. I'm still hitting 40 consistently.
You can kick a 40-yard field goal right now.
Yeah, I did it last week. I've been going down. I've been staying in shape.
You know, there's NFL teams. And
Okay,
you
yeah.
need a kicker.
I think I'd need to increase about 20 yards on my distance before I'd have any sort of shot.
Who was the guy who here recently hit a 70-yarder?
I forgot who it was, but it was something. And I don't care how long you gave me on this earth. I could never hit a 70-yard field goal. We'll put it that way.
I can't throw the ball 70 yards.
No, as most human beings cannot.
Camden Lubert on to kick off.
26-49.
I'm old enough that I remember when all the kickers kicked straight on.
Christian Thomas, Caleb
Those
Price
must
to
have been
return.
some limited year options on special teams.
The kicker award in the NFL is called the Groza Award. Lou Groza kicked field goals and extra points for the Browns in the 60s straight on.
And they ticked it toe poke style. Brought down at the 24-yard line is the return man.
Caleb Price on the return for
There's
Sunset.
Price returning it for Sunset. We'll see who comes out at QB for the Apollos.
Price
With
returns
Tom
the ball
getting
out to the
stretched
24.
out
First and 10 Apollos
for some
at their own
cramps.
You got a
24-yard
number
line.
for the quarterback yet?
Don't have a number yet. It's Tom going out there. Tom's going out there with Burley as his halfback, and I do not see. Oh no, Ellingson is back out there. Good to
Okay.
see him there. Screen pass set up to the big 6'4" wide receiver. His knee was down as he caught it. It's a loss on the play. Complete to Putney.
Ball's pass complete. King and Putney on the reception. They're to the 23-yard line. Loss of 1, be second down and 11 from the 23.
It's a completion, but a loss of 1.
Rolling out to his left. Tom might throw across his body, tucks it, and is sacked.
You know, that's such
Ball
a
steps
tough
out of
play.
bounds at the
Roll to your left, throw to your right.
21-yard line. Loss of 2. It'll be third down and 13.
That's what I
from
love
the
to see. I
22.
see the coach getting fired up on the sideline. Giving a big chest bump to Isaac Phelps, the defensive lineman who made that play. Love seeing coaches get excited with these kids. Their work pays off. Love the energy from Sandy's sideline tonight and their fans. So now Sunset in a 3rd and 13 situation. Low snap. Hom's been liking to roll out, throws it back the other way. Not a bad setup play. He's got no blockers out in front. Does turn it upfield, make a man miss, and if you're Sunset, you might have to go for this.
Firstweiler on the reception out to the 30-yard line. 8-yard pickup, bring up a 4th and 5 from the 30.
That's the first catch of the night for Firstweiler.
The Firstweiler with good yardage.
Call it a 4th
After
and
the
5
catch.
from the 29-yard line.
And as I predicted, they are going to have to go for it. Don't really have any other option at this point. 2:09 left to play. Clock is running.
2:09 in the third.
Sorry, yep, pardon me. 2:09 in the third quarter.
We don't want the people turning off.
No, of course not. We still got another quarter of this exciting game. A lot. Who knows? We could get to 90 points.
We could.
Hom over the middle. Incomplete. Fantastic coverage and good
Pass
sportsmanship.
incomplete.
In coverage there was Colin Fouts making a really nice play
Turn the ball over to
in
Sandy.
the defensive secondary.
1st and 10, Sandy.
Tom
from the
is now
Apollo
15 for
29-yard line.
25.
So Sunset running out of options here.
Turin out of quarterback, but I don't see McMahon anywhere.
Hope that McMahon is all right, and he could be fine, and they just don't see a need to put him back in this game. It's possible. That we hope he's all right. In the gun, give left side, hard contact, mouthpiece goes flying inside the 30-yard line. Trying to see the number here.
99, I think. I think that might be Connor Carey.
I think it is Connor Carey.
Number
5'10"
99,
sophomore,
Connor
yeah.
Carey on the
That
carry.
is a fantastic name for a
Carries the
running
ball
back.
inside the 25 to the 24. Gain of 5. 2nd down
And
and
he's a
5
big
for
kid.
Sandy from the 4.
Wouldn't be surprised if Sandy is content to use a little bit more of that play clock.
Playing out of a pistol formation.
Right up the gut. Cody Renard finding some
Cody
room
Renard carries
and
the
locating his way
15-yard
for a
line,
first
gain of
navigating, I
9.
should say, his way for a first down.
1st and 10, Sandy from the Apollo.
He had the
15.
touchdown run on the last possession. And if you're Sandy, getting to get new guys in right now, you're just having a lot of fun tonight. It's been fantastic. Other than the botched flea flicker, everything's been good for them. Still a lot on film to go back and look through, but if you're Coach Dill, you got to be really excited with them coming into this road environment. Catches the edge, turns it upfield towards the sideline, takes a hit inside the 10, and he picks up a first down.
Number 5,
That's Hayden
carries
Fitch, a senior.
inside the 5
halfback.
down near the 4-yard line. 11-yard pickup, good for a first down. 1st and goal for Sandy from the 4-yard line.
And you got to think if Sandy gets in the end zone here, we might be seeing some more backups. And Sandy doesn't have to snap the football again.
They're going to let the time run out. They're walking down to change sides of the field right now.
So ever since the opening drive of that
is the
third quarter,
of play. After 3 tonight at
where
Sunset
they
High
found
School,
Messenger
scored
for another
Sandy
touchdown, and they had
49,
a
Sunset
big 4th down
26.
conversion. Sunset, well, their fans are leaving, I'll just put it that way.
The Pioneers outscored the Apollos in the third quarter 14-6 to make the lead 23, 49-26.
And you got to give Sandy a lot of credit for the way they responded to being punched in the mouth when Sunset had cut this lead to just 9. And now they're on the verge of going up 30.
Yeah, you said we might get to 90 points. We're at 75 right now.
Hey, could definitely happen. So we're heading to the fourth quarter here at Sunset High School.
We'll open the fourth quarter with a 1st and goal for Sandy from the Apollo 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4.
49-26. Sandy looking to really put the icing on the cake here.
We're zooming in on this.
Hayden Fitch at halfback. They give it to Hayden. Pushes forward to about the 3.
Fitch up the middle.
There are
near
3
the 2.
Fitches
Gain of
on the
2.
team. They are all
Second and
cousins.
goal
None of
from
them
the
brothers,
2.
but they are all related. We've seen what Grayson Fitch can do. He has had a tremendous night.
Wow. 120 yards receiving.
Made a lot of big tackles, too. He's just a phenomenal player. So 2nd down and goal from about the 3-yard line. Sandy content to use a lot of that play clock. Hands it off to Fitch. Hayden Fitch swallowed up. Ball came
Fitch
out after the
brought down near the line
play.
of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Ellington
It'll be
there.
3rd and goal from the 3-yard
Essick
line.
there to help bring him down.
I'm curious to see if
Be
Hom
3rd
is going
down
to come back
and
out
goal
there.
from the 2-yard line.
Hom's going to come. If Hom's going to come back out there for Sunset, or if they're going to more or less wave the white flag a little bit. Third down and 2. For 3rd down and goal from the 3, I should say. Handoff, right side, over the right edge, into the end zone is
99,
Connor Carey.
Carey.
Touchdown,
There's
Sandy.
2 yards for a Sandy touchdown.
You and I could have went through that hole.
Connor Carey, though, showing much better speed than either of us would have, I can guarantee you that. To hit that on the right side, good vision to hit the right hole. Connor Carey scores for Sandy, and they're up to
55 to 20.
55 points now. They have come into a road environment
Grant Messenger
in the opening
on to
week.
the point after.
and put on a clinic.
That coming at 10:36.
Messenger on for the extra point. It is up, and it is
The
good.
extra point attempt is good. With 10
Good
minutes,
looking
36
kick.
seconds remaining in regulation.
And it's a 30-point
Score,
game
Sandy,
with
56.
10:36
Sunset,
left
26.
to play.
82 points. We're on our way.
Someone might need to go for a 2-point conversion. These Pioneers, it's been a pleasure getting to watch them tonight. And Sunset, first game of the year, they got a lot of time to grow. They got a good quarterback in Marcus Hom. They got a great wide receiver in Ellingson. Got some things to touch up.
Well, we got a second. If you look in the left-hand portion of your screen, you see the OSB. That's Oregon Sports Beat. That's who we are. If you want to find out information, you can go to OregonSportsBeat.com. We got calendars up of all the things we're doing. Ben and I do a show on Mondays at 1 o'clock. It's called Sports Beat Weekly. We interview coaches, players. We talk about the programs and everything. And tune in and catch us on Monday. We might be talking to somebody we talked to Coach Dilt 3 weeks ago on the show, and he was pretty excited about the season. So catch us, Oregon Sports Beat Weekly, Mondays at 1 o'clock.
To end that on Coach Dill, go off of that. Just fantastic getting to talk to him. You can tell how much he loves his kids. You can tell how hard of a worker he is, how excited he is about the team this year, how much he loves talking Oregon high school football. So a pleasure and a big shout out to him. And his team is up 30 points tonight. And they're well coached on special teams as well. They are maybe going to get a face mask
Blake
flag
Allen
here.
on the return for Sunset.
Allen returned that for the Apollos.
Number 6, Cody Renard made the tackle.
Renard just scored a touchdown, and he scored a touchdown, not the last one, that was Carey, but before that, and makes a tackle now on the
Penalty
kickoff.
flags on the
How
return.
many different Pioneers have found the end zone tonight, Dave?
Oh my
Allen carried the
goodness.
ball back near
Let me
the
look.
12-yard line.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Man, going to the night, if you told Coach Dill, hey, 6 different guys are going to score, it's going to be like, awesome.
McMahon has scored, Carey has scored, Fredrickson has scored, Renard has scored,
Fitch is
Fitch has scored, and
No legal block. The indication gets
maybe
sunset.
5 then. McMahon has scored a rushing TD and a pass reception TD.
And of course, we don't count the passing touchdowns
Right,
from Turin, but he's thrown for at least 1 or 2. He's thrown for 2, right?
right.
Yeah. 2 to
Penalty
Fitch.
moves the ball back to the
2 to Fitch is
7-yard
right.
line. First down and 10
Both
for
in
the
the
Apollos
first
from their own
quarter.
7.
166, the other 28.
So Fitch.
Nolan Will on to quarterback
Turin
the
have had a
Apollos.
night. Close snap. And first play for
Will's
the backup
pass
quarterback.
incomplete.
Actually, he made the right read and fired up the seam. Route just didn't come off. The
Intended
receiver's
for Bennett
route didn't
Buell.
come off quick
Second
enough.
down and 10 from the
And in there now
7-yard
is
line.
Bowen. No, pardon me. In there now is Nolan Will. Nolan Will. No, sorry. Yes, it is Nolan Will. Nolan Will is in there at quarterback.
15, and he's a sophomore.
The sophomore Nolan Will taking over the QB duties here in this blowout. And again, that was a good throw by Will. Route just didn't develop in time. Good throw by Will to the sideline, and this
Will's
time
pass
he
complete.
makes a nice
Number
catch. Ran a
13,
crisp
Bennett
route.
Buell on the reception.
Bennett Buell made the catch.
Buell carried the ball out to the 20-yard
You know what I like,
line.
Coach Merrick,
13-yard
he puts-
completion, good for an Apollo.
Puts
First down.
a backup quarterback
First
in.
and 10, sunset
Doesn't
at
play
the
safe.
20-yard
Hey,
line.
kid, get in there, throw the ball.
Yeah, there's no point of getting him in there if he's just going to hand it off every play. So, really like what Coach Merrick's doing here. Tries to throw that out of the flat. It's incomplete.
Will's pass incomplete. Keegan Burley, the intended receiver. Incomplete pass brings up a second down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
.10:06 left to play in this one. Off the hands
Will's pass
Of Will's
incomplete,
intended
intended
target.
for Firstweiler.
Firstweiler couldn't hang on.
Well, I like Will in there that series. Granted, he didn't have completions, but I don't blame those on him.
3rd down and 10 here. Will looking to make another first down pass. He had one earlier to Bennett Buell. Takes the snap, rolls out to his right. He might have been past line of scrimmage when he let that one go. It's off
Will's
the hands of
pass
the intended
intended
target
for
anyway.
Firstweiler, incomplete. Grayson Fitch on the coverage. Incomplete pass will bring
Gonna be
up a
fourth down and
fourth down and 10 from the
That
20-yard
pass
line.
was broken up by Fitch,
Which one?
G.
All right, so
Grayson.
Grayson is doing everything still in this ball game. He is a truly special football player.
Firstweiler and punt
Coach Dill
formation
recognized
for the
that.
Apollos.
He had praise for all of his kids in our pregame talk. A little bit of frustration here for Sunset as they're having trouble getting guys on for the punt team. Good snap. This kick is away. Fair catch called for. Backpedaling and making the fair catch at midfield is Grayson Fitch.
Grayson Fitch makes the fair catch at the
You gotta
50-yard
think,
line.
Dave,
First and 10 for
Sandy would
from midfield.
put in a back. What they might run the ball. I was going to say if it's a backup quarterback, they might want to get some pass in, but I think they'd try to bleed the clock.
Sunset had a new punter in for that, and it was Zeke Hill.
Good punt from Hill. I liked what I saw there. Can't see who's in there at quarterback. It's not Turin. In there at QB for the Pioneers,
Number 18, Brody Bashman, hands off.
Brody
To
Bashman.
number 6, Cody Renard.
Brody
Right.
Bashman.
Junior.
5-yard pickup.
You got it, junior.
6-yard pickup. Second down and 4 from the 44.
5'10" junior Bashman. There's a gain of 5 on the stretch play to the left side. A lot of fireworks in the first half and the start of the second half. Sunset had cut it to 9, but Sandy has put their foot down, and they have been the better team. Handoff in the backfield. I think that's Carey again.
Connor Carey stacked up near the line of scrimmage.
We are seeing new
No
players
gain. It'll be
in for
third down
Sandy.
and 4 from the 44, brought down by a host of Apollos.
And they know they don't need to score again. They're up 30 points. And as you're saying, Dave, it does not affect your ranking in high school, Oregon high school football, how many you win by. It doesn't matter if you win by 3 or 300.
Well, I'm not sure of that.
Well, you've talked about teams winning big, but going down in the rankings a little bit.
Yeah, because the competition was so bad.
The competition was so bad.
And
There
right
we-
now we don't know that.
There we
we
go.
don't know if Sandy is this good.
It's hard to compare the first game.
Right.
Handoff left
Number
side.
6, Cody Renard carries.
Like I said, I remember a Central Catholic football
the
game. They beat one of the
42,
Mountain Hood
gain
Conference
of
schools.
2.
They beat them 55-0
Fourth
and
and
dropped
2
2
from the
spots.
Yeah,
Forty.
I don't understand that. If you win by 50-plus points, I don't see how you can go down, but that's just my 2 cents. I think a lot of people probably concur there, though.
At the time, the other school was ranked like number 50, and Central Catholic was ranked like number 2, and they won that big and dropped down to number 4. It was puzzling.
4th down and 2. Give up the middle, and it's another Sandy first down. Breaking into the second level inside the 35-yard
Cody Renard
line
up the middle.
is Renard. He's having a nice
Inside the
second half.
35, down to the 31-yard line, 11-yard pickup, good for.
Sometimes people
a
say,
Sandy first
are you
down.
trying to run up the score? And you put your second and third string
First
guys
and
in.
10
What
for
do they
Sandy
want to
from the
do?
Apollo
Play
31
football.
yard line.
The ball. I want to score a touchdown. It's hard to tell the kids go in and don't.
You can't tell them that.
Can't
It's
tell
not-
'em that.
And if you're airing it out every play, you might be trying to run. You can be accused of running up the score. Maybe you have
Yeah.
your starters in there. If you have your backups in playing football, it's not running up the score.
It's not running up the score.
No,
I agree.
absolutely not. They very well could hit 60. Bashman hands it off. Right side, Carey hit behind the line of scrimmage. One of the few TFLs that Sunset has had tonight.
Bashman faked a dive play and then got one of the wingbacks coming back around. It was a
Connor
well-designed play.
Carries to the 33-yard line. And 2nd down and 12 from the 33.
Well, my stats are really unofficial now because I stopped keeping them.
Yeah, we're at the point. A lot of new players in there. Not a lot of false start
No.
penalties for first game of the season. Pass incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
I've been impressed with that.
Let's take a look at that because I think that pass was right on the
Intended
money.
for
It went to the
Elijah Ward.
receiver's
Yep,
hands.
it did.
Let's see. Bashman on the throw.
Throw,
Yep.
yeah, fine throw by Bashman. Drop.
Incomplete pass brings up a 3rd and 12 from the 33.
3rd down and 12. Handoff on 3rd and 12. Right up the middle goes Hayden
Big
Fitch.
Fitch up the middle.
Well, do you
Inside the 30.
do you go
to
for it or
29,
you
gain
just
of
send out
4.
somebody
He's
and see
4th
how
and 8
your
from the
kicker does?
29.
Well, it depends on what his legs looking. This is a pretty long one. I'd just go.
Yeah, this would have to be
This would be a 47-yarder.
45-yarder.
They take away 17 yards. Trust me. Wherever it is. It's,
Oh yeah, it would be
It's end zone's 10 yards.
45, yeah.
No, end zone's 10 yards and 7 yards for a snap. So this would be
45.
47 because they're at the 30. This would be a 47-yarder if they were to kick a field goal from here. They're going to go 4th and 8. Fakes the handoff off his back foot, and he was under pressure. and
Bashman's
complete.
pass incomplete.
So Sunset will get their offense back onto the field.
Intended for Austin White.
Bashman was he was
Incomplete
upset with
pass,
himself.
returned the
He had
ball
a
over to the
receiver
Apollos.
open and he just
1st and 10
overthrew it,
Sunset.
came off
Their
and
own 29-yard line.
And he was under pressure there.
yeah. No, I like the competitiveness.
I do too.
I'm the backup. I go in and I'm trying to do something.
Absolutely. And who knows? They could need him this year. It's football. Injuries happen. You got to be prepared for anything.
All right, chance for the Apollos to put together something here and go down the field and score. But I don't think Hom is. I don't think he's the quarterback, is he?
No, he's out there as a wide receiver. Still at quarterback is
19.
Is it not Nolan Will anymore? It's Nolan Will still.
Oh,
Gives it around
Will's pass
to
complete.
Christian Thomas. That is
Christian
technically
Thomas
a
on the
pass. That went
reception.
forward.
Out to the 31,
Thomas
a gain
who
of
scooped
2.
up the
He's second
fumble
down
and
and 8
returned
from
it for
the
a touchdown
31-yard
in the
line.
first half. Second half has been all Sandy. Nolan Will pump fakes and takes a big hit.
Will brought
Swallowed up by the defensive line.
Number 58, Devin Vabard.
the defensive lineman of Sandy did a good job of holding the line
Made a
that
sack
time. And when
back at the
Will stepped up
31-yard
into what he
line.
thought was the pocket,
The
was actually the
Third
defensive
down
player.
and 8 at the 31.
That was Devin Vabard getting the tackle there. No gain on the play. Might have even lost a yard. So it's possible Vabard will be credited with a tackle for loss. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to play. Slings it out of the backfield, dumps it off to a back. And that's Sully
Will's
Anderson.
pass complete.
It's enough to move the
22,
sticks.
Sully Anderson on the reception.
Across the
Takes the
40-yard
ball out to
line.
the 43. 12
There's
yard
still time to
pass
do
completion,
something.
Good for
Absolutely.
a first down.
You know, I think back on my high school football career, and in the entire time they played, I scored 2 touchdowns.
Elijah
I was
Woods
the
on the
wide
tackle.
receiver and defensive back. And the 2 touchdowns I scored in the same game. Not only the same game, but the same quarter. And we were down 55-0.
Yeah, hey, so you got your team on the board then, Dave. As the
Number
handoff
8,
goes
Christian
to
Thomas carries across
runs it for a
midfield
first
into
down
Sandy
and carry.
territory at the
And that's why
44.
these type. I'm
13
glad they're
yard
not doing a
pickup,
running
good for
clock
Apollo,
right now,
first down.
because this is where you get backups in these moments. These guys are going to remember.
Right.
Thomas with a good run. Hands it off to Sully Anderson.
Sully
Took some
Anderson
hits.
carries. 43-yard line. Gain of 1. Second down and 9.
Second and 8. Give to Sully. Anderson makes a man miss
Sully Anderson.
near that second
at
level
the
area.
40.
Nice
38-yard
gain on
line,
the play.
gain of 6.
Thrown
Third
about
and 3.
5.5 on the carry.
38.
We've reached the 3-minute mark. Sunset, plenty of time to get another score. Ellingson's out there as a wide receiver. Will's pass complete for a first down inside the 30-yard line. The recipient,
Number 13, Bennett Buell on the
Bennett
reception
Buell.
inside the 30.
it's his second first down reception here in this fourth quarter.
Nice crisp pass on a rope right to the receiver.
It's good to have a backup who can come in there and look solid.
Apollos are driving.
We had a slight stoppage of play.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't either. Low snap. Will gets it. He's in trouble. Escapes the sack. And now he fires downfield to Ellingson, who makes the catch inside the 10. Ellingson breaks a tackle.
Score.
Loses the ball. Is it out of bounds?
Complete.
Or is it recovered? This could be a touchback. He fumbled it out of bounds out of the back of the end zone.
Referees conference.
Sunset's trying
I
to say
thought
they
he was
recovered
down
it.
and had the touchdown. He crossed the plane of the goal line before he went down.
Touchdown,
Good
Sunset.
for a touchdown.
They are going to give it to him. We have instant replay, Dave.
Touchdown,
go.
Griffin Ellingson.
I don't know, man. But was it recovered?
58-yard pass completion.
It doesn't matter. It's a touchdown for Sunset, and why not?
See, he broke the plane.
Did
of
he?
the, Yep, I'm sure he did. I was looking at it. It's a 38-yard touchdown pass.
So Ellingson now has 3 touchdowns tonight.
The Apollos will attempt a 2-point conversion.
If they're going to go for 2, Dave, this would get us to 90 points.
This would.
Caught it when they're at halfback. Will, the quarterback. Will to caught it. Broken up.
Will's pass incomplete.
stay at 88.
Intended for Cotty. And with 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in regulation, the score, Sandy 56, Sunset 32.
I want you to know, Ben, that is the last line available on my sheet. Nobody can score now.
They do a dive play and happen to score, we're in trouble.
So that pass was to Ellingston, 38 yards. Let me see here.
Shout out to the Sunset student section. Most of them have stuck around. That's really good to see.
And how many yards receiving Ellingston has?
Oh, boy.
142.
I was going to guess 150, 142.
142.
What a night. And that's why Sunset has a lot of positives. They got good quarterbacks. They've got a really good receiver in Ellingston.
On most nights, you put up 32 points, you expect to win.
Exactly. And this Pioneers team has just been money
on to kick
on
off.
offense tonight.
They've just put up more.
Very well oiled on offense. Made everything work. Onside, why not? Oh, what an onside kick. Oh, does it make it? I don't think that's quite 10. It's not. It's going to be illegal touching.
Sunset onside kick is recovered
It went
short of
9
10 yards
yards
at the
and 3/4.
9-yard mark. Penalty flags on the play.
It
Illegal
was
touching.
almost a perfect onside kick, Dave.
Didn't go 10 yards.
Nope.
They didn't take the ball right there.
Man, great effort. It was a good onside kick.
It
Just
was.
Didn't travel quite far enough.
First and 10, Sandy at the Apollo 49-yard line.
.2:17 left to play in the ball game. 56-32. No, this is not a basketball score. This is high school football. It's been a fun one. Hand off up the middle. There's Cody
Renard carries 45-yard line, gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the 45.
You know what the highest score ever is in a college football game?
Was it the Georgia Tech Cumberland game?
Yes.
Yep.
You know what the score was?
Something to zip. 222 zip. Was that what it was?
212 to nothing.
Okay. Do you know I'm sure you know the backstory about it, right? About the minor league baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a story for another time, but it had me chuckling. I'll say that. It's one of the funnier stories I've ever heard. That Cumberland had to assemble players who weren't even football players,
Right.
or else they'd get sued for not playing.
And this was in the 1920s.
Renard again up the middle.
One of the most
Stacked
hilarious
up
sports
here.
stories of all time. Renard goes right up the
41-yard
middle.
line, a gain of 4.
Nice
Be 3rd
gain
and
of 4
2,
yards.
41.
Minute 20 left to play. Minute left to play. 3rd and 2 for Sandy. Dashman still at quarterback. Turns it. Hands
Look
it off
out.
to Renard. Renard breaks a tackle, cuts it back inside. He's got some speed inside the 20.
Renard
I thought he might
turns
house it for a second
inside
there,
the
but it is a
20
big
down
first down
17-yard
run.
line,
And that
24-yard
might be
run.
the last play of the game tonight.
30 yards on the carry for
First and
Renard.
10,
You know they're going to have to
Sandy at
run
the
one
Apollo
more.
17.
You're right, they will. Clock stops momentarily to reset the chains on the first down.
They're just going to kneel down. Get up to the line right now
Yep.
and kneel down. Don't have to huddle or anything.
Yep, that's the classy thing to do, and I'm sure that's what Coach Dill is thinking here. Or if you just want to get somebody another touch, that's also acceptable. If you want to get someone who, you're trying to get second stringers touches. But again, I do think they technically have to kneel it down one more time.
Yeah, he's just going to kneel down. He was signaling that.
And I don't know if the refs are even going to make him snap this football.
Oh, maybe not.
56-32. The Sandy Pioneers
And
come to
that is
Sunset
our
High
final
School.
score. Sunset
Put on
High
a
School
clinic.
tonight. Sandy
They won
Pioneers
this one
56, the Sunset Apollos
by 24.
32.
You know, the
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much
Pioneers
for coming out
won every quarter.
and
They won the
supporting
first quarter
Apollos
13
tonight
to
on
7,
opening night.
the second quarter 22 to
Travel to
13,
Sunset
the
next
third
week
quarter
as they
14
visit
to
the
6,
Tiger
and the fourth
Tigers.
quarter 7 to 6.
We'll be back home
56,
in
36,
2 weeks to
9,
take on the
or
Roosevelt Rough
88
Riders.
points, 32 I mean.
Thank you for coming.
And they
Enjoy your
certainly
long
had their
3-day
moments, did
weekend.
Sunset, where they got back into this game, especially at the end of the
everyone
first
back
half.
here
The
in
start of the
2
third
weeks
quarter, they cut
as
it to
we host
9.
Roosevelt.
But overall, Sandy just stuck to their game, and they played very effective football, and they looked really good tonight at the Sandy Pioneers, Dave.
You know, if I had to pick a player of the game for Sunset, it would be easy. It would be Ellingson. If I had to pick a player of the game for Sandy, there's so many. I'm not sure I could single one out. You know, Turin, McMahon, Fitch. You know, you just go down the list. There's so many of them.
And ultimately, it's just a game that the team that played better won tonight. The Sandy Pioneers have a lot to look forward to. Coach Dill is doing a fantastic job. They were 6-5 last year with a young team, and now they're coming out with a more experienced team this year, and they start off with a bang. Dave?
You know, we got some people want to thank both the schools, the athletic directors, for their involvement in getting us here and getting us to broadcast the game. Our crew tonight, our producer, cameraman Ryan Johnson, Alvin Myers, our engineer, and Tim over there on the replay. That was outstanding. So want to thank all of those people, Ben.
Final score, Sandy 56, Sunset 32. A lot of fireworks here tonight in Beaverton. It was a fantastic night to kick off Oregon high school football. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've watched Oregon Sports Beat. We will see you next time. Have a great night, everybody.